Go.
God damn it. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Senezal's Archivists. Again, Brand has started the recording in a way that made me giggle, so yeah, that explains that. Today we have Corb back. I think I'm pointing at Corb on my screen. I might not be pointing at Corb on the recording.
You're pointing the opposite.
She's like that way.
No.
That way?
Yep.
Yeah.
That way? Okay,
Yeah.
we have Corb
I'm
back,
here
but
at
we're
the
also
end.
missing Nori?
No.
Nori?
It's like the same way,
No,
but slightly more
same
towards.
direction.
Nori. Okay.
Kind of.
Yeah, a little more like, little there.
No, that's me. That's Keothi, and then Nori's like. So me, Keothi, Nori, Remy. Yeah, basically.
But like opposite because of the camera.
No, it's
Right.
the opposite.
Nori is Weast.
Nori's Weast. Anyways, last time we left off on a bit of a cliffhanger. Everybody
Okay.
made their way home from Kalkarath. Home. I mean, they made their way back to Tolona, their base of operations, to meet back up with Senezal and discuss their next move. However, upon entering Senezal's lair, they uncovered a dusty old basement filled with mostly ruined furniture and a skeleton sitting upon an old dusty couch.
Motherfuckers.
The skeleton is wearing robes that you would recognize as Senezal's normal sort of wizard attire. Though a cursory glance at him would indicate he's a skeleton. He's been dead for a very long time. Much longer than you would have known him, based on his appearance. And with a quick look around, as I'm assuming you will do, you find not too far away from him is a ragdolled, almost stuffed animal looking thing that you recognize as Frank.
Oh, no! Okay, I'm going. See you later. This was a really fun campaign. I appreciate you DMing. Was it all a lie?
What?
Was he never really here? Did I touched him?
I thought we were
Well,
supposed
first of all,
to be seeing a fluffy thing. What's going on?
A f***y thing.
Oh fuck, Keothi's never
Oh,
seen any of this.
Keothi's never met Senezal before, so Keothi's just like...
Shit.
Nori, could you try and speak to
Right,
Senezal
yes.
with the talk thing?
Where is Doll? I mean, why has he got a skeleton on his couch as like some sort of decoration?
No,
That's a bit
so-
freaky.
Normally we come down to the basement, but there's like some weird, like, interdimensional stuff going on, and Senezal's here, alive, and he has Frank. I mean, we're assuming this is him.
This is where Keothi starts just thinking we're all fucking psychopaths. Just going insane.
Remy
where-
looks a little panicked because now he's realizing like we did change the future, and that's horrifying.
I don't know where Luca got the idea that she had Speak with Dead. She doesn't have Speak with Dead.
Do you, Remy?
I doubt it. I'm pretty sure it's a 3rd level spell.
I'm pretty sure she said
Yeah.
somebody did, didn't she, at the end of last episode?
You can learn it.
No, I thought she
You
said...
can. She can't.
I thought she reminded us to use it.
I
Maybe-
think she said something along those lines, but she doesn't have it.
Well, fuck.
I think she reminded us that the spell exists, more so than that she has it. Because looking at her character sheet, she doesn't have Speak with Dead, and the only person in the group that can learn it is you.
Yeah, and I've never even looked at it. Never mind, learned it.
Unless it's something from her staff, but I'm pretty sure I didn't give her that. Soulmender.
So is it just... I'm going up to the skeleton. Is there anything on the skeleton's person, like in the robes, or...
Sorry, what?
I want to go like search the corpse. Is there anything on him?
Apart from the robes, no, but you can search his robes for stuff.
Yeah, that I would like to.
Okay. Yeah, so go ahead and make me an investigation check then, Fish Boy.
Wow, I have a name!
Come on, be a good one. First roll back.
Investigation?
My cat's just, like, running around my feet right now, being
Let's
a butt.
go, baby.
That's a pretty solid investigation score. So you start rummaging around in his pockets, and you root out what appears to be like a few like small vials, which you recognize as healing potions. So 3 of those just sort of in various pockets. And as you're like tapping around, you find a pocket that you would not have found without like actually pressing down on its contents. And you can feel what appears to be maybe paper within the pocket. And pulling it out, it's a small note written in Giraduan.
I can read that.
Yeah.
You can.
What is it?
It says, if you're reading this, it means the magic ran out. You need to find me at the armory.
Find
I don't give a flying frank how you get there.
Let's go. He's alive.
I hold on. Let me finish typing that. If you're reading this, magic ran out. Find me at the armory. Okay, I turn around and like, again, Remy's been looking. He's like panicked, just going through everything, and he's like, guys, he's. This isn't him. I don't think this is him. It says, if you're reading this, the magic ran out. Find me at the armory. We know where that is, right?
Rough estimate.
Okay.
Wait, is he talking about the armory all the way northwest?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm assuming. That's the one that he knows about.
That's the only one he's ever spoken to you about.
Unless he has an armory here, I'm gonna go sweep the house.
Did you say about the I don't give a flying frank?
No.
You didn't mention that part?
I didn't mention. He's too panicked because like he's just happy. He just said that he's alive.
Okay, Zalia's
but
going to be
I'm
kind of skeptical and start ritual casting detect magic as well then.
Okay. If you're
confused.
If you're looking around the house, Remy, go ahead and make me another investigation check.
Let's fucking
That's a
go,
really fucking good
Remy.
one.
Oh my god.
You start looking around, and the space doesn't look anything like what it was back when you first came here. And hold on a sec, I'm just gonna kick Chairman out because he's being a butthole.
Oh.
That's what I thought. The second I stand up, he runs out of my room. He's biting at my computer wires when I can't get to him.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly. So he's out. Right. So, house. House not looking like it was.
I investigate chairman.
Before it was like this folding sort of extra dimensional space where if you moved in one direction, like things would start to shift and create more space for you to move into. Now it's a very static, dusty basement filled with bookshelves. And a few tables, but nothing anywhere near the size that it once was. As well as the fact that all the stuff that Senezal used to have in here, all the books, the scrolls, everything, they're just apparently missing. And as you're exploring around, you're looking at all like the bookshelves and whatnot to see if anything remains. You notice as you're pressing up against one of them that it shifts slightly to the side and reveals behind it a passage.
Guys, I found something.
How long has it been?
I would say it's been like maybe about 5 minutes, so you got about half the cast left on Detect Magic. You can move and cast though, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you don't lose concentration. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
You can't take any actions in the meantime, but basically if you're casting a spell over that takes more than a single action, you can still move as long as you don't take any other actions as you're casting it.
I thought if it was ritual, it was like a meditation kind of thing where you couldn't even move.
There's nothing in the rules that says so.
Sweet.
Technically, you can cast a ritual on the move. Like I said, you can't do anything else. Your action every turn is continuing to cast the spell for 10 minutes times 60 turns. Yeah,
Okay.
not terrible.
Fine by me.
Is the passageway dark? Is it lit up?
There appears to be definitely something lighting it, though it's not like torches. From what you can tell, it looks like the lights themselves just have a small sort of pilot light within them. Not candles, but the lamps.
I just wanted to make sure that like everyone can see.
Yep,
we don't
everybody can see, and it appears to be a passage going up. It's like a staircase.
Okay. So I found this secret passage. So I'm gonna be like, sorry, Senezal, I'm totally like peeking where I'm probably not supposed to. And I'm gonna go up, and I'm just gonna be like, here's the note. It's in Giraduin that was on the
Everybody
body.
can read it, so.
So then everybody would be able to see the flying Frank.
Yeah.
Which I always planned to like share the note anyway.
Just
now he
preoccupied.
understands what you meant.
Senezal
and who
is...
you thought it was.
Senezal is Valkyrie's. Like, definitely.
Something along those lines.
It's pretty much confirmed it.
Well, that and he's alive.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I kind of want to ask him what's up with the corpse.
And the Frank thing. And the whole room and everything.
Yeah, I'm happy he's alive.
He did mention back in his time the magic was a lot stronger than now. Maybe there's just not enough of it to maintain the level of spell that he was wanting.
Perhaps.
The climb up the stairs is short. It's not like a long thing. And at the top of it, there's just a closed door, and you can see nailed against the door is the deed to the house that you guys are currently in. The signature area for the owner of the house is left blank.
Yo, we get the fucking house.
Can we? I mean, here's the thing. We shouldn't just steal Senezal's house. But if we got his permission, we could. I mean, we're gonna go find him, right? If we find him, we should take the deed so no one else can sign it. And then we can be like, hey, Senezal, looks like you left this house. What
would Nori do?
Nori takes the deed.
Oh, no.
Nori definitely takes the deed.
I look at her like, don't sign it. I don't trust that she's not gonna sign it.
Are you gonna roll? Are you gonna roll?
I'm gonna make a judgment call for Nori.
She's gonna fucking sign it. Oh no.
No.
She'll roll it up and tuck it away inside her vest.
God, I don't trust her with it.
I'm sure you don't.
Where are we going now, guys?
There's still the door ahead of you if you want to go through it.
Is the door locked? Can I?
Yep, you can try the handle if you want.
Yes.
Okay, the door swings open just fine. No locks. You find on the other side of the door, hanging from the knob itself, is a set of keys. Just like an actual key ring.
I take the keys. That's the keys.
Fair enough. Given you're at the front, I won't even allow Nori to contest it because I know she'd try and swipe them out of your hands.
She can have the deed, but she can't have these keys.
Fair enough.
She'll never get in.
The house that opens up before you seem to have entered a sort of main entrance, which is fairly large with two curved staircases going up to a top floor. And off to either side there appears to be other rooms, as well as a hallway behind you leading into a much larger sort of living area.
I thought the deed and the keys were for the place that the corpse is in. This is a whole house?
Yeah, whenever you guys have gone in here, this has been like an actual like full house building, but the front door always led down into like a basement area.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is he lives in like a ritzy house, but we were just never allowed to go into the house part.
He's a
So
squatter.
As far as you knew, the Fritzy house was just a facade.
Yes.
He's a squatter. It's not even his.
Well, it's nobody's.
True. It's Nori's.
I look
The
at
house is
Nori.
a little bit dusty, but nothing a day of
Clean
cleaning
it
wouldn't
if we
fix.
own it.
Yeah.
We can clean it if we own it. Nori's just pressed the digitate and just go, we own it now, bitches. Oh,
I look
God.
at Nori and I'm like, Shinov would not want you to sign that deed without. Okay, so
But Shinov's all about law, so living in the house without signing the deed would be squatting.
but we're not gonna live in it unless we get permission.
She holds
Sign
up
the
the deed. There's this permission.
If
She's
we
not wrong.
sign it, give me that deed.
Also, hold up for a second, because
Permission.
this might not be what it seems. It could be. Has my spell finished casting yet or no?
Yes, it would have finished casting by now. As
And
you've
it-
like kind of gone to like look around the place, and you're like looking in the various rooms.
We didn't see like a for sale sign in
Nope.
the yard, right?
Any kind of magical stuff coming from the note itself, like the deed, or from anything around us?
The note itself appears to have some form of abjuration magic on it. The deed, no, the deed's not magical.
Wow. Okay.
Excuse me.
And nothing else around either.
Around the place, no, there's nothing inherently magical as far as you can tell. Just within like this main entrance, you can see there is a front door. However, it appears like there's like sort of a glass situated around the front door, and on the other side just appears to be black currently. There's also a small lever off to the left of the front door.
Can I go check out the lever, check out the door, just check it for like traps or I guess
Yeah,
negative magical energy and stuff?
there's no there is magical energy on the lever itself, and from as far as you can tell, because I believe detect magic has a certain amount of like penetration through walls, you can see the faintest amount of magic behind the lever and leading down, but that's it.
It's gonna be the fucking sign outside or something, isn't it? Senezal's
Should
place.
we? So
Yeah,
should
it's
we
blocked
like?
by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, thin. Yeah.
So I guess we should like all just explore the house just to make sure nothing else is here. I have the keys we can lock up when we leave so no one else can take it, and then we can go find Senezal and just be like, yo, can we put the deed in like our guild's name or something?
You can, yeah. As a company, you can sign the deed to belong to Senezal's Archivists specifically.
We could do that now, and Senezal technically is part of the Senezal's Archivists.
He technically owns the company.
Yeah.
Then he couldn't be mad at us, and if we ever wanted to change the deed, since we're all in it, we all get a say.
Just wipe off the Senezal if it comes to it. Just the Archivists.
We can magic the ink off.
Should we sign
Nori.
it?
We have ink, right? Do we have?
Nori's like, it's already signed. What are you talking about?
It's signed
Nori
to
with the
Shinov.
already signed deed.
Shinov's house now.
Oh god, a bunch of cultists move in. They're like, yeah, it's Shinov's place, right?
Yeah, this is the new temple of Shinov.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Not in town, please. But yeah, Nori has ink.
If we sign it with, so this is just an out of character question. So like I have regular ink, but if we were to sign it with like special like
Spell
magic
ink?
ink, would that spell ink, would that change like the nature of like how like could we manipulate it to like disappear then, or would it just
Spell ink is like more durable. than regular ink. It's meant to survive what normal ink wouldn't. It's a lot more.
It's more
not
like
necessarily
permanent
waterproof,
marker.
but water resistant.
Okay.
It's more. It doesn't fade as much with time too.
Spelling is
it's
like a
what's typically
Sharpie compared to a
used-
ballpoint pen.
It is what's typically used in like contracts and whatnot to make it a little bit harder to fiddle with.
Okay.
It's not like spell ink is not actually magic in and of itself. It's just made out of compounds that are rarer,
And-
which is why it costs more, and by extension, pays
And
less.
as somebody who kind of sort of follows Cargone, would I know if like, can we just sign it now? Do we need to go take it up to the courthouse? Like, how do we officialize this? Can I just...
I would actually say you wouldn't really know, given you lived underwater for the majority of your life,
Yeah, that's
and when
fair.
you didn't live underwater, you lived in Kalkarath. However, one person who seems to have really accurate knowledge on this would be Zalia, on contracts and law. And he doesn't really remember why, but he's like, this is how we need to do it, and it would be to sign it, to bring it to the guild office, if you want to sign it under the guild name, to file it as the guild's official headquarters, or the company's official headquarters.
Xylia, do you think that's something we should do?
Probably, if we definitely want to do this.
I'm okay with signing it as Senezal's archivist. I don't want anybody sneaking it off and signing it as like their own.
I think it's a good idea.
And I think Senezal would be okay with that too. Let's do that.
I'd hope so. I would assume if Senezal wanted to make this place his home, he would have done it already, bearing in mind the amount of time he's been here, so I think he'll be fine.
That, and I also think he's powerful enough to like probably like remove that ink if he wanted to, but like
for sure.
He also owns the company.
Mm-hmm.
That's in writing already.
Yep. Let's do it. I think it's a good idea.
And if he left this, well, he probably didn't expect that we would find the rest of the house, but
it was nailed to the door in a way that's like, it's obviously left for somebody. It wasn't there for safekeeping.
Presented, yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
Also, we've met Valkyries. We know what he's all about. He has met us. I think he probably did want us to find it, if anything.
And if he's not, he's the head honcho anyways. He could just kick us out of Senezal Archivists if we wanted. True. But like, let's do that. But first,
I should mention too that Valkyries is the god of fate. Chances are he's planned a lot of things in advance.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. Let's burn it then. Fireball.
Christine. We burned the whole house down.
That's what the lever did.
And we make an effigy out of fake dead Frank.
Oh no! What? No!
We stick him on a stick outside of the. Okay.
So if you inspected him, he's like, when you pick him up, it seems like he's just a clay doll.
Can I take it?
Yep.
I'm taking it.
He's just an inanimate clay doll in the shape of Frank.
Clay Frank is now in my inventory.
Okay.
All right, I'd say as a group maybe, so we can help each other out, we just go explore all of the house, the lever, all the rooms, the stairs, just the whole thing.
Are you pulling the lever?
I'm investigating it first to see if there's a trap or anything, but I do want to pull it if there's not.
Okay. I mean, kind of hard to investigate if it's a trap or not, given the only way to do so is to actually pull it.
We should do a thorough inspection before we decide on the house. We're appraising right now.
From what you've been able to tell from just detect magic, I'm not even going to make you roll like an investigation check, because this much is just obvious because you're using magic to see it. It seems to activate some mechanism below the house.
I'll relay that to the group. What if this lever is what activates the room?
The rip.
Like
what should we save this for?
Activates the room.
Okay, so Keothi, can I like out of RP because it's gonna take like forever to like go over and then again we're gonna have to explain it anyway because Becky doesn't know.
I think she saw the first episode. She would know. but maybe not
fact,
remember.
I remember hearing a little bit about it. It's cool.
So, just to explain it, case before when you went into Senezal's place, you would go down a flight of stairs, and there'd be like a weird, unexplainable plane shift kind of thing, and then
there was multiple different entrances too, because we all came through
Yes.
different entrances.
So like
Yes,
there's
but
some
they all quickly seem to like you all seem to be right next to each other.
there's
as
some
soon as,
like
you
dimensional stuff happening
realized
that
it.
we're not quite sure of like the laws on, but then we'd be in this room, which is where Senezal and Frank would be, and we kind of did all of our business with him in that kind of space. And then when we'd leave, it'd be like poof, up, you're back at the house staircase now. And you're out the door. So like the assumption was always the house was just a weird like cover for like this pocket dimension that Senezal lived in.
Right.
However, if
Okay.
he's talking, Xylia's like fiddling with his fingers really close to the lever. He really wants to pull it, but he's trying to hold himself back.
Well, what if it's like a dragon soul weapon that he's got?
I don't think he would have
We
left
Releases
it
a
here.
dragon soul weapon in the middle of Kelowna.
We just pull the lever like, oh, there's another one.
I
Hey,
don't think he would have
Eddie,
left something.
The only thing to
bottom
fight a
here.
dragon soul weapon is another dragon soul weapon, right?
True, it's a win-win. He pulls the lever.
We all drop wrong lever.
You pull the lever and there's a clunk followed by a loud whirring sound as you can feel something below you moving.
The
And
room.
the windows in front of you go from being just black to displaying the road in front of the house.
Is this a smart home?
We got those goofy LED strip lights.
Wait, explain what happened one more time.
A whirring
there's
sound.
there's a clunk, a whirring sound, and like a low grinding sound as the black in front of the windows is replaced by the view of the road directly in front of the house.
Did
So
the
the-
blinds open?
No,
No,
the
it was more like
door-
something came like that.
The door that we came in, if the lever is pulled, would probably lead to downstairs. But now that it's not pulled, or now that it's pulled the other way, it leads into this area. That's what I think. It's like the lever
There's a way
alternates
to
the entrance.
test that theory.
I'm gonna go back to the stairs that we
Yeah, I
came
was
up.
about to say, can we test?
Okay.
Run outside. What's
Are
the...
you going downstairs or are you going out the front?
I'm going downstairs to
Okay,
check.
you go downstairs.
Oh God,
Remy,
am I
you
going out
open the
front of
door.
it? Somewhere.
You open the door and you are in Kelowna. Looking back over your shoulder, you've basically opened the door that you've come in before to come into Senezal's. Xylia, you take a little bit longer, but when you run downstairs and run up the other way and try to open the door to get back outside, there's just black.
Yep. That's what it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna run. Wait, but it's the same door on the outside, right?
Yep.
Shit.
This is basically like a house moving castle door,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I run back upstairs. It's black.
Let's all
It's
meet.
empty.
Okay. So yeah, it
Remy's standing outside.
from the windows.
The window.
All right, to the wall. I go back in. Can I go back in? Are we in
Yeah.
different dimensions? Okay.
You walk right back in. There's no
I pull the
change.
lever before we can get back in.
Remy's in the basement.
In the future. Oh no, I'm back.
Oh god. We need this house.
Yeah.
Just to play pranks like that.
It's like,
Okay,
imagine you have
should-
company and you don't want them to know that you're home and you can just pull it and they're in the basement.
No one's home.
Oh, it's so good.
Well, should we set it back to the basement? Well, I mean, then people will come. If somebody like tries to break in, they'll find a corpse. That's concerning.
Yeah,
Then they'll call
let's-
the police.
Let's leave it up here.
Police? What are police?
Okay. The guard.
Oh no, God's like, wait, what?
No, he's back on the ship. He wouldn't have left the ship.
Yeah.
Other guard. The city guard. The Talona PD.
The human gods.
Tolona PD.
The TPD.
TPD.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
Okay, we know what that does. Anything else around the house?
Yeah, if you want to continue exploring, you can explore the rest of the house. It is a very large house bordering on like almost a mansion in terms of size.
We have
The
a
living
mansion.
area is incredibly large. It has a large sort of round table in the middle that appears to have like one sort of almost, I don't want to say throne-like, but much larger chair than the others. But a bunch of other chairs set up to be equidistant from that one, so that no one person is any further away from anybody else if everybody were sitting. It can probably seat about, you think, maybe 24 people all told. There's a very extensive kitchen, and while it has all the wingdings of a kitchen of the time, it's not stocked whatsoever. There's no food or anything in the kitchen itself.
Remy just takes a moment to
Pray for an air fryer.
reminisce about air fryers and dishwashers.
There is no air fryers. There is, however, not so much a dishwasher as much as just a spout set into the wall that you can pump to create high water pressure to then clean your dishes in a large basin. The upstairs has rooms galore. There's probably about 50 or so like personal rooms, as well as about 10 like more sort of master bedroom style bedrooms, as well as those master bedrooms have a sort of ensuite office built into them, where those seem to be really well equipped with paper and books and scrolls that are all blank, ready to be used in any way that needs to be. And as you're looking around, let me just quickly roll a
Yo, if this like guild stuff fails, we can just start Airbnb-ing rooms. We can make a fortune. We can become landlords.
Remy, one of the rooms that you inspect, the like sort of master bedrooms, appears to be a little bit more used recently, as far as you can tell. And in the office itself, on the desk itself, you see a document that has been written up, describing, not so much describing, but allowing the transfer of the rights to Senezal's Archivists to whoever signs the paper below, with Senezal's signature as the transferee or transferer.
What?
He's selling us.
Nope. Signature's just blank. There's no money involved whatsoever.
Wait, so is this for the house or for the company?
The company.
So he's giving up the company?
To whoever signs below.
I take it immediately.
Before Nori could find it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Quick, sign Valkyrie's on it.
Dude, that's not a good idea either.
It's a trap. You can never escape.
Now we're the cult of Valkyries. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna put that.
Not really a cult of Valkyries.
Yeah,
he's out of all the gods, he's probably the least known.
Would this be a thing that Senezal has written up himself, or that somebody else has written up?
It appears to be Senezal's handwriting, as far as like you can sort of recognize it.
And it's in common.
Yes, it's in common.
And there's
And
no
it's
magical
already
properties.
signed by Senezal.
It's already signed by him, and the transfer to signature is left blank.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna.
And if I don't know if you're keeping this to yourself,
Oh,
or
true.
if you are, okay.
Yes, and I'm putting it somewhere very safe.
Okay. Fair enough.
Damn.
Anything else?
Yes. Lots of bathrooms to service all these various rooms, of course. A fairly nice, like, sort of indoor bath. With, like, actually working, not hot springs, but, like, hot water. That you can simply pump up into it. The downstairs has a lot more sort of workspaces. Off to the side, like the very edge of the house, there seems to be actually a working forge, as well as a smithy built into it. No, there's like a lot of like implements in there, but no like actual like armor or arms or anything like that set up in there. There's a small tinkering shop in there, sort of set up nearby, with a bunch of like alchemical tools and devices, as well as tools of every kind used in alchemy and artifice. The very back of the house actually opens up to a fairly large yard that has all sorts of like training dummies and even a stable set up into it. And in the right wing is more of like a entertainment area. There's not much in it currently, but it's definitely set up with, for the most part, what appear to be sort of like comfier seating areas. Looking at it, you would say the house itself appears to be set up for the express purpose of being a company house.
A company house, yeah.
Yeah, made for training, outfitting, housing an entire mercenary company.
This is really nice.
Oh, I should mention too, it also has a fairly large library space that is mostly empty, though you do find a decent number of books that you remember seeing within Senezal's basement before.
Interesting.
I mean, we should definitely claim it as Senezal's Archivists. It's set up to kind of do whatever we need to take care of, right?
You haven't told us about the other note, right? Yeah, we should claim it as Senezal's Archivists.
I like that idea.
I'm not withholding it for bad reasons, but I am withholding it.
She's planning on giving it to Nori.
I plan on questioning Senezal. What the fuck?
out of character, or like, I guess maybe not even out of character, just I'm acting as if I know the knowledge while asking this question, but obviously I don't. If we would assign the house to Senezal's Archivists, and then Senezal's Archivists were to disband or whatever he's doing, transferring ownership to somebody else that's not Senezal, what would happen to the deed? Would it?
I mean, ultimately, the company would still be, even if you change the name, the company would still be Senezal's Archivists. There'd have to be a re-signing of the deed, perhaps, but that's it.
Okay.
Man, out of character, Remy doesn't want anybody else to find this and sign it, and then we get the house to Senezal's Archivists, and then it belongs to somebody else we don't know, or somebody in the group that might have, ulterior motive.
Think in modern day, right? Like if a company owns a building and then the company undergoes like a restructuring and has like a new name, it's not like the company no longer owns its assets. They're just written into a different company name.
Okay, well, I think we should go did you say it's the guild house, the guild headquarters that we need to sign this at, Salia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go there and get it done.
We should go. And then when we tested the lever, it only takes you to like certain parts of the house. It doesn't take you to some like weird other dimension.
The lever has an up and down position. Up means that when you enter in through the front entrance, it goes into the basement. Down is housed. And there even appears to be a way to, now that it's down, there's a way to sink it into the wall so that it's not readily available.
It's got a latch.
So, well, we can choose which one we want to put it on. We should probably clean up the corpse. That
What?
Feels weird to just have a corpse on a couch drinking tea in a basement. Just
But
chilling,
If
right?
no one has access to the base, I mean, maybe it's there for a reason. I don't know. What do you mean the magic ran out?
You know what it is? Kimith can use speak with dead, but Kimith is back on the boat.
Oh fuck, that's what it was. Yeah. Yeah.
We could go get Kimith, though. Also, like, who was this?
Yeah, we don't know. What? I don't know about a letter. Fuck. I think this is just a
decoy, perhaps.
No, I think this is maybe how he was projected. Like this, it was never him that was here.
That's what I'm thinking.
But that's some dark magic.
it's
if
weird.
that's the case, right? That's not good magic.
I definitely want to find him and like question him about this. Because even if somebody else found it, right? Like that body's been, it's not like it was just it's been there for a long time. Like, was he animating? Like,
That's what
it's
I'm
weird.
saying. It's really weird. Do we clean up
It's
the
really
corpse,
weird.
or do we? What do we?
I don't want to just leave him here in the base.
Well, it hasn't moved in
Wanna
a long time.
touch it.
Been dead for a long time.
We can close up the secret passage, leave it down there, come back and clean it up if we get the house.
Yeah. When we leave, like to go to the armory, I'm thinking maybe we do leave it to the basement, because the thing is, it's like, you never know who's gonna try and like rob your house. So I'd rather them bust in and like, it's a basement.
True.
Then it's a nice fancy guild house. And then if we do use it and we like store stuff here, then there's gonna be important stuff in here.
Yeah.
You do know that this sort of neighborhood of Tolona, though, is really well guarded.
TPD is on it.
TPD's on it, yeah. Because it is like the more like noble, maybe not noble, but like the rich families sort of area. So like,
Yeah,
Fuck it.
of course it's not impossible, but it's a lot less
we
likely
can just
that
leave it.
Let's go move the body now. Let's go do it. We'll do
Alright,
it
yeah,
because it's a good
I'm
idea.
gonna-
You're right.
Yeah.
It's a good
I'm
idea.
gonna take the corpse and I don't know. Did you just bury it in the backyard? What's like a nice, honorable thing to do with a corpse? Like cremate it?
Put it in one of the
it's
beds.
a skeleton. It's a bit hard to cremate at this point.
Put it in one of the beds. You know,
Why would we put it in one of the beds? That's even worse.
if people do manage to break in and find it, it might scare them.
Oh jeez.
You have a massive backyard to bury him in if you wanted to.
What month
But you're
is
gonna
it?
you're gonna do this without going to get Kimith?
What month is it?
I mean, okay. First, do we want to go get?
Like,
we want to
we
go
should get
Kimith?
It's like mid-fall at this point because we started in
So
early
fine.
So
fall.
Halloween time? Fuck it. We'll use him as a decoration. Stick him outside. Stick him
We'll put
outside.
him in the
stick him
yard.
outside.
We'll put him in. Look, we put him in a yard with a bowl of candy, and then we put a sign on the door saying, like, just take one.
Jesus Christ.
Let's go. How about this? Is everyone okay with we go put the house in Senezal's Archivist's name, and then we go get Kimith, and then maybe also it's probably better to let Nori and Kimith decide what to do with dead bodies. This is their realm.
I think it's better to let Kimith decide what to do with their bodies.
Nori's
This
like,
is where we all, if the last 2 episodes were just everybody coddling Remy, this is where we just learned that nobody trusts Nori. We don't let her have anything.
Oh.
more things get done when Nori's not around.
That's not. She look at all the cool shit she gets us all the time. No, let's go get Kimith, and then they can decide what to do with the body.
Yeah.
And then we all get to fight over like 70 rooms.
There's more than enough like master bedrooms for you guys to each
Oh yeah,
take
for
one
like
if you
all of
want.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want the one that Remy wants.
I want the
We
one
all
closest
want
to the
the
bathhouse.
one room.
Yeah.
I want the one closer to the sauna.
I want the bottom
There's
bunk.
a sauna?
Yeah, built into sort of like the bathhouse area.
Can I move to Talona in real life?
Is there a
It's like a
pool?
full-
I want to make the pool into a bedroom. I'm just gonna shove a bed at the bottom.
Where's
There's
the...
no full like pool. There's like a communal bath area, effectively.
Okay.
What's the room with the best Wi-Fi?
We all fight over the room
Fucking
with the best
stupid.
Wi-Fi.
We'll just get Nora to throw the bones in every room and see which has the best connection to the gods every time.
You have that one data pad you looted off the dead body in Shinobu's tomb, and you're all trying to fucking use it.
I still have
We
it.
can eat-
It's in my inventory as corpse phone.
The corpse phone.
I also still have the broken
so-
Gerudo rifle. We gotta find something to do with that. Oh,
We can.
Well,
we
you have a whole tinkering workshop downstairs now.
true.
We have enough. We also have enough rooms to where we can each make little. We can each make temples. We just have like our master bedrooms, and then we each have our own little like worship rooms. How sweet.
Remy,
I mean,
you
the
gonna-
rec room downstairs has more than enough space to set up some like worship areas if you wanted to.
Is there a place for me to get my carpenter proficiency on?
Yep.
what is the
Good.
room with the highest ceilings? For
What's
Keothi.
mine?
I'll make one into like the freaky deaky like sacrifice rooms. It's like some people in this party are into sacrifice.
Naming no names.
No, I mean Remy knows about literally none of them. So.
You know about mine, don't you? I
Uh,
told you
you
the
told-
whole story,
That's true, you did.
but I have turned
But
over
you didn't
a
tell
new
me
leaf.
about. A lot of people have turned over, so I'm very proud.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
go
still
to the
gonna burn ships,
guild.
though.
Xylia's back to being a godless heathen. Okay, so
Xylia's honestly kind of in between at the minute of being fucking, like you say, godless and still wanting to worship, what's his name? Not
Savage.
Yeah, Savage.
Savage. You've
Okay.
got some kind of connection to Savage.
But being very unsure, unknowing. And wondering how the
interesting.
fuck he knows how to sign a deed for a house.
Who, Xylia?
Yeah.
I mean,
Why
you.
do I know? The
Actually,
things
I
that
don't think you even know. You've forgotten
I
your
do.
entire backstory that we culminated together.
Oh no, I remember it all.
Oh, okay.
Back in Boskmon.
All right, Xylia, stop eating your clothes. Let's go to the guild.
Motherfucker.
Okay.
I always do. I don't know why. It's just fun.
I used to do it
just
a lot.
want to choose something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair. I do that with my
Xylia,
nails
Wizards
instead.
and their oral fixation.
Gross.
Speaking of nails, sorry, just to go on a bit of a tangent. I trapped my finger in
Okay.
my boom arm last night,
Oh no.
and it is, I don't know if you can see, but it's dent my fingernail
Oh no.
completely.
Well, it's
Oh.
either the nail's gonna die and fall off and grow back, or it'll just eventually just grow out.
Still feels
Yeah.
healthy, and I can feel it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
then it's probably not gonna.
As long as it didn't break
Die.
it, then.
It just really fucking hurt.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
It was one
sounds-
of those where I trapped it, and you know when you try, like, make a sound but nothing comes out. I just was like,
Yeah.
Oh, I hit my thigh off the tap yesterday, and you
Oh.
know when it's one of them pains that you don't realise and just gets progressively worse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. At first, you're like, you like feel that you've hit yourself, and you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then like a minute later, you're like, ah.
That's
was
kind
it,
of
yeah.
that's kind of like getting
Ouch.
kicked in the nuts.
Oh god, I don't even.
Good
yeah.
to know.
Yeah. Every time you get like a slight flick there, you're like, oh, that didn't hurt, and then a second later,
You're like, "Ah!"
That didn't hurt yet.
yet. There's now
Wait
that I've
for it.
lived enough time and it's happened enough times. It's no longer, oh, that didn't hurt. It's oh god, here it comes.
Yeah. It's like, oh, here we fucking go again. It's like you have
Oh,
a couple of
no.
seconds to brace yourself for it, but it never works.
No,
God.
god.
The more
Anyways.
you learn.
Yeah. Today I learned what it's like to live with a nutsack. Anyways, walking over to the
I've
mercenary
always
companies.
wondered.
Yeah, you can walk your way over to the mercenary guilds. And yeah, per usual, it is all hustle and bustle. Lots of shit going on within the guild itself. The clerks are not super busy today by the looks of it.
Graves
there's
is never super.
I was gonna say this
Graves
is
is
gonna
never
go a
super
lot
busy.
faster because Graves is gonna be here.
Graves is there, and he sees you all walk in, and you can see him
Just
quickly avert his gaze and look back at what he was doing.
Oh, bless him.
As Nori goes and like slams her face up against the bar.
Hi!
Hi, Graves.
I kind of sad
Oh, you
Nori's
gonna-
not here for Graves now.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm sad Nori's missing. Quick, we stall until next episode.
Let's just stop here.
We just call it. I
What
guess,
happens
I
if
mean,
Theothy decides she's going to do as many push-ups as she can, and we're here till next week. Thank you.
There we go. Perfect.
we just have thumb wrestling competition.
With Graves? Oh god.
I was gonna say Revy and Keothi, but I mean, if Graves wants to.
You can feel free to join it.
I guess though we do go to Graves, right, to like ask about the paperwork.
Sure. Which
You're
one
gonna
of
be
you is, since Nori's not here, which one of you is gonna talk to Graves this time?
I mean, Nori has the deeds, so.
I'm not doing an NPC on NPC interaction. I hate those.
Xylia, you're better with people. Do you wanna? I have a charisma of 12.
You know his charisma
Says
of
the
12?
paladin. Says
a-
the paladin.
Where's charisma?
Look, my stats aren't great. Okay.
The bottom.
I have
The
a
bottom of the
charisma of
left.
12. I am not good with people. I
Oh,
tried
okay,
talking to
fine.
Graves before and he hates me already.
I don't know who this guy is, and I've got a charisma of 10, so why don't all of you just do your job?
Fine. Good morning, Graves.
Morning. And he looks considerably happier that it's you speaking to him.
How are you? How have you been? It's been a while.
Busy, mostly. How have you been?
I've been good. We've been very busy. Happy to be out of the cold of the north. Crazy stuff going up there.
Can imagine. Yeah, last I saw you guys, you were headed up to Kalkarath, right?
Yep. Went through there.
Well, glad to see you guys came back in one piece, sorta. New edition, one person missing, something go wrong?
We've had no. We've just had some memberships.
Alright.
Guild stuff.
Does she need to sign in with your group now, or?
Yes,
Oh,
I believe so.
Okay, so
That's part of why we are here.
we could take care of that. Do you have your company leader's signature?
Do we?
You do.
No.
How did this work last time?
Wait, Remy does. Kinda.
Last time Keothi was brought on, sort of intermittent, like there had to be more official documentation done by the company leader themselves. You need to have the company leader sign some documentation to get her permanently on the group.
Kind of forge a signature.
I can't push a signature right in front of Graves, Brandon. That would be really weird.
There is another way to do it.
Xylia
Sign the
casts
secret
blindness.
forms. Sign the secret forms. Sign the secret
I like how you could have just been like, I turned myself to look like Senezal, but you just
Oh, shit, true.
Graves.
Yeah, but I don't know what his signature looks like.
Oh,
Yeah, you
shit.
do. He's signed one document that you've seen.
What have I
On
seen?
Crap.
Oh no, it's true. You have it because it's
no.
only the document that Revy
Yeah,
has.
that's what I mean. Only
I
Remy
mean, I
knows the
can't forge
signature.
a document.
You have a forgery
Um,
kit?
No.
Oh,
Who do
yeah,
you
true.
think Revy is?
True.
I don't have a portrait.
Nori does, I think.
Senezal actually is out on business. He's not here in Tolona right now. Is there any way we can like do that through a guild in a city where he's at, or can we take paperwork to him to sign?
You can accomplish it in any city that has a headquarters set up in it. Mist'Zen, Baskman, Tolona, Goal. Maybe Aaron Guard. Probably not.
Okay, because yeah, he's kind of unavailable at the moment.
Okay, well, has she already been brought on as a temporary member?
Mhm.
We did do that, yes.
How long ago?
How long ago would it have been since we've been back in time and shit?
About 2 weeks.
And
No,
that's
sorry,
about
since you're back in time, since she was brought on, it would have been about 2 weeks. It's been about a week and a half since you came back.
2 weeks. Okay.
Yep, about 2 weeks.
I think.
I can
Yeah.
give you the guild headquarters that we did it in. That was in. Was that in Calcarath?
Port Cove.
Port
Cove,
Cove.
yeah.
Cove. Okay, so in that case, she should be good for another 2 weeks. After that, she'll have to either become a full-fledged member or renew her contract as a temporary member, in which case she will be liable for any laws broken as a member of your company.
Okay.
She won't be
Is
insured
that
in
something
any way.
is that something you don't need Senezal's signature for that, right?
For the temporary membership, no.
Nori, I guess that decision is up to you. Do you want to like renew the membership, or do you just want to hang around with us?
You mean Keothi?
Sorry, Kyo.
Well, it doesn't
What
renew
does
it
it
for
mean
another
if
2
I
weeks.
don't?
Yeah, I mean we can always renew it at another headquarters.
Let's do
Well, you
that.
can't renew it.
Yes.
You can't renew it now because it's still an ongoing contract.
Oh, okay, you can't. Gotcha.
She could either, if Senezal was here right now, then you could sign her on as a full-fledged
Okay.
member.
But gotcha.
At the moment, she is technically a contractor and is therefore liable for all of her own decisions. And any decision you make as a group that includes her, that breaks any sort of law or comes into any sort of major disagreement with power of another city, we can't insulate you from that, and you will be charged as individuals rather than a company.
But she's great. No worries.
Just keep in mind, these are war times. Typically better to be taken as a prisoner of war than a prisoner of circumstance.
Were we in times of war before?
Well,
that a new-
we've always sort of been in times of war. Boskmon, Tolona, it's always sort of been.
Right.
And more recently, Gaul's been a bit of an issue for pretty much all of Thom. The whole Cargone movement. I don't know if you've heard about that. No?
Is that something that's happened very recently?
Maybe half a year ago or so, but it's only really starting to make its influence out here. You would remember, Remy, when you were traveling from Erengard through Gaul, Gaul was very Cargone-centric in terms of faith, and also weirdly human-dominant. And the two seem to kind of go hand in hand.
Okay. Are they like? Are they creating like skirmishes or trying to take over territory? I'm asking Grave.
Gaul sort of slackened its views on how it sees slavery, unlike some of the other city-states, in regards to slavery of non-humans, specifically. And
Let's just go over Ruby's head completely.
Well, I'm just thinking because like I know about Cargone and like he's all about like law and justice, and this seems very unlawful and unjustifiable.
it's very twisted.
That's probably why there's a war.
There's zealots of, not all of them, mind you, but some of them have definitely been led very, very astray from Cargone's main teachings.
Are the temples of Cargone in other places doing anything? Like, is there any sort of...
Not much they can do. There's not really a unified structure behind it.
Well,
It's not like we've got Cargone guilds. There's no guild head to say, hey, you're doing this wrong. It's the priesthood in Gaul specifically has taken matters into their own hands.
Into her own hand?
Their own hands.
Their own.
So there's talk of a priest king of sorts. I think they're calling him a bishop. Or archbishop or something along those lines.
Is it always
Gordon's
archbishops,
back.
dude?
It's every time.
I've seen Shield Hero.
That's
True, actually. I didn't even think of Shield
Really?
Hero.
It's all the time,
unfortunate.
dude.
Sounds like Talona's starting to get spread a little thin, huh?
Talona will sort of always be that sort of safe area, I think. We're too much of a center of trade here for us to be at risk of anybody really grinding us. But if Goal gets too big for its britches, we could have a problem on our hands. But if Talona were suddenly barred from non-humans, there'd be a major issue with trade opportunity, seeing as the elves are so close. The dwarfs down in the spine, and I mean, Boskman is still pretty multiracial, much like Talona.
Well, I guess we can only hope for the best. We do have more paperwork stuff to kind of inquire about.
Sure.
The deed. Do we need his...
What deed?
A house
You-
for the
you didn't-
guild.
You didn't tell him anything about deeds.
Yeah,
Oh,
we have a deed. We want to put
Okay.
it in the guild's name.
We have a deed.
All right. well, if you possess said deed, all you need to do is sign it, give it to me, and I'll file it away for safekeeping. And if ever
Nori?
you need to sell said deed, Nori's kind of over. Hands it over. Desperately wanted to keep it. But hands it over to you, Remy. Since
Okay.
you're at the desk.
So we just sign this as Senezal's Archivist, then...
Yeah, you can sign it under your company name. I wonder... I guess there's nothing wrong with a company member signing it, seeing as it's not detrimental to the company leader to have assets put in his name, but... fuck it.
I mean, he owns the guild. I mean, everybody can watch me. I will sign it as Senezal's Archivist in the best handwriting I can possibly muster.
I'm sure it's not an issue, unless the house is somehow compromised in a way that's gonna create legal issues for him, but
I have a feeling that just won't happen.
How
It's
about a
almost like
skeleton?
it's almost like I stole the paperwork that would cause such an issue. Okay.
Just for fun,
so he gives
can
you
we see
a
how
pen
good the
and
handwriting is?
I'll
Do a-
roll for like
Do
bad
a
or shitty.
roll.
do a dex check, just a basic dex check.
Oh no! Oh, here we go.
I'm sorry.
If you have sleight of hand proficiency, you could use that, but I'm pretty sure you don't.
I'm sorry. I just love chaos.
I don't. This is just a dex check.
It's gonna be
huh?
a 4.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Not
quite.
too bad.
not bad.
That's
It's
not
not quite chicken scratch. It's also
But
not
it
the
can-
clearest of like handwriting, but it is
But it can be
legible.
read.
Yes.
Okay.
And he looks down at it and he's like, all right. So you could kind of see like in his head he's probably thinking along the lines of better than I expect from most like muscly adventurers.
Look, I'm just saying, pencils with webbed fingers. It's a little difficult.
Fair enough. And he'll
I show it to everyone. I signed it as Senezal's Archivist.
Nori's like
Oh, I should have let her sign it. She would have been so excited. Can we retro? Can I have her sign it?
you know she's not gonna sign it under Senezal's Archivist.
Shit, you're right. Okay. Here you go, Graves.
So we all know Nori
Okay.
wants a house in Lanori.
True.
That's
so
true. I'll let her sign the deed.
he'll roll up the parchment, tie it off with some thread, and sort of put it in a to be filed basket that he has off to the side. Was there anything else? Any quests you guys want to pick up?
No, we still got to look at the board.
Okay.
I guess we're gonna hang out a little bit. We've still got a couple things to do in Telona, so we might be back.
All right. Well, I'll be here.
Happy Halloween, Graves.
Yep. Happy Halloween.
What's Halloween?
You don't know what Halloween
Great.
is?
They're doing it up north.
How do you not know what Halloween is? They're the name like Graves. You're perfectly fitting for it.
Out of character. What if we decorated the new Senezal's Archivist house into a haunted house and we charged people to get in?
Yes.
Oh my
What if
God.
we create Halloween?
What if we create Halloween?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Wait, we got to give it a different name though. So we'd have to call it like Graves Fest.
Oh, I'm sure Graves would really enjoy that.
Hallows Eve.
Yeah, Hallows Eve.
Scary
I mean,
day.
that's the original name.
We'll call it
Exactly.
The Skelly Door. Yeah.
Weenie's Hall.
That's what it can be called. Near Day.
Yeah. We'll put the skeleton on the door as decoration and just call it the Skelly Door Day.
Skelly Door, Skelly Day. Anyway, okay.
And yet, the nyeh is the sound that the lever makes when you pull it and the rooms start turning. Yeah.
Yeah. We
It's all
we
put
just carved
together.
skeletons into every door in the mansion. I guess unless anybody needs like anything, Keothi, there's a shop here. You can get like a lot of like adventuring supplies if anybody needs to stock up on anything. I hand. Does anybody need healing potion? Is anybody out of healing potion on their person? How many do people have?
I still have
three
one.
You have 3. You have 1. How
I
many
have one.
does Nori have?
I'm looking. She has 2.
She has 2. She used one and I used one on her.
2. Okay. I have 4. I'm gonna give 1 to Xylia.
Hell yeah.
I give 2 to Xylia.
Oh, thanks.
Nori has 2 and has
Yep.
healing capabilities. I have
Yeah.
2. Okay, we'll leave it at that. I'll give 2 to Xylia. Unless anybody else just wants 1. I feel like that's a pretty even. So you guys have 3. The 2 people who can heal have 2.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The question is, what do you want to do with these dragon scales, guys?
I think we could... Because I want to go see Vinny while we're here. And I think Vinny could probably sell the dragon scales for more than a lot of people like us could. Potentially. I know he usually deals in like magical goods, but I'm sure dragon scales
Did you
like
have
this...
You didn't have any outstanding orders with Vinny, did you? You got the fireballs, or you got the thunderbolt spell, and I think that was all you had left to
Yeah,
sell.
the knife
there was
sold.
There was the Thunderbolt spell, and there was another one that he said he'd keep an eye out for, but I don't remember what it was. And it was one that I couldn't... No, that was the Thunderbolt one. Yeah, there was one that he said he would keep his eye out for, but I don't remember what it was. I'd have to go back in the old VOD to look, because it was so long ago now.
Yeah. What was that?
I look at you guys and I'm like, who can I go to for like new medium armor? I feel I need better.
Do you want magical or just standard any old medium armor?
There's magical armor?
Pretty sure you can get magically infused medium armor, yeah?
We can definitely go to like an armor shop.
Or again, even Vinny. I think Vinny should be
Vinny
the first up because he has a lot of weird
Vinny
things
might
that...
have some like I've never been to Vinny's. Xylia's been to Vinny's, and Nori's been to Vinny's.
Nori's
and
not
apparently,
allowed
like,
in.
Nori no longer go to Vinny's. But
That's not my rule, by the way. That was his.
Do you even wear armor, Keothi?
I thought I wore either light or medium.
I don't see any armor in your character sheet whatsoever.
Keothi's naked.
Then maybe I just want some.
Fair enough. I'm
I mean,
confused because your AC is... Oh, because I'm looking at wisdom instead of constitution. That makes sense. Yeah, because your unarmored defense gives you your constitution modifier and your dexterity for AC. So barbarians typically don't wear armor unless they have a shit constitution or dexterity. Doesn't mean you can't. Just means it's not typically recommended.
Is there a reason why you're looking for that armor? Is it like an AC thing? We may be able. I
just want to be able to get hit more without going down. To be honest, Remy. It really hurt when someone stabbed me last time, and I don't quite. I want some on my arm.
How would it work for an AC thing for a barbarian? Is it that if you wear armor, your AC would actually go down if you have good con stats?
So you'd remove your constitution modifier from your AC, and you would only use your dexterity and your armor. So your armor would have to effectively give you a bonus higher than what you're already getting from your constitution to make it worthwhile. That being said, there are ways to gain AC through magic items without wearing armor.
That's what I was thinking. We can always check out, like, Vinny might have something. We can always check out magic shops. There could be things to help with that stuff. I don't know if barbarians are proficient in, like, shields. You could get, like, a shield.
She can't if she wants to use a two-handed weapon, which is what she's been doing. But there are actually such things as animated shields that follow you around instead of being strapped to your arm.
I'm gonna say, just out of character, it's just I know I'm gonna get like a share of this gold, and I literally have no idea what the hell to do with it.
There is a lot, trust me, that you will find that you will want to spend it on.
So
it doesn't necessarily have to be armor.
I'm with you. Remy's been like super poor this whole time. Everybody else has all of this money. Remy's poor. But no, if you want armor for sure, just to check it and see if it helps you improve, we can definitely go armor shopping.
Also, don't underestimate just how much armor costs. You probably won't have enough for any yet.
I was thinking about the dragon scales.
Even then, I mean, we sold a full box of dragon stuff, and I mean, armor usually costs like thousands, right?
It depends on what kind.
Magical armor, at least.
Magical armor, yes. Magical armor would typically cost somewhere in the thousands. Depends on the armor, again. If it's full plate, yes. Easily thousands, because it needs to be first made to the size of the person specifically. And then needs to be enchanted. And because enchanting isn't really something people know how to do, you're typically finding old armors from ages past and then restructuring them to still work. Like it's at that point it's about like keeping the enchantment on the armor despite the fact that you're taking it apart and refitting it to somebody.
There's not much point for me if I can't afford it. But I'll come with you guys to see him anyway.
We should go shopping anyway, because we don't know what we're going to get from the scales.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't, like, you might find something that you like or you want, so...
Yep.
Whether...
We could come out of this with thousands. We could, and then we could be able to afford a lot. We have no idea yet until we go and see.
And if you have any knickknacks to give to Vinny, it's kind of, you have to wait on it a little bit, but like Xylia made a lot of money off of that knife.
I have another one of the same knife as well. I'm selling that motherfucker.
I want to sell my knife as well.
What was it like? That was a lot. That was like 1,200 gold or something. That was a hell of a lot. Yeah, let's go to Vinny's.
Yeah.
And say, apart from the dragon scales, Keothi hasn't really picked anything up. You guys always are like...
Yeah, I know. Remy doesn't have much either that's not given to him. But that's okay. We can, Talona is the place to, like, do all of your buying and trading, so we should do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's go have a look.
Because I want to sell, I have some chainmail that I can sell, that I don't need anymore. Don't
you sell those shells?
Yeah.
No, don't sell them.
I want to keep some shells. Yeah, do we want to do this before Kimeth? Let's get it done.
I think it'd be on the way, wouldn't it?
If Kimeth doesn't have the spell prepared, then it'll still take him a day to choose that spell.
So maybe we go like talk to him beforehand, and just if we see any stops on the way, that way if he needs to prepare it, he'll know.
It's gonna take him a night either way, but yeah, we can do it either way, really.
And I guess for brevity's sake, we just do whatever first. Whatever DM, we go to Kimeth, then we go shopping.
Okay. So if you want to go see Kimeth first, tell him what the deal is. Do you tell him about the house?
I feel like we trust Kimeth enough, right?
Kimeth's not gonna really care.
Yeah.
I mean, we
can say we acquired a house, like
we don't have to give him a key.
No.
Yeah, we can just say, hey, the
No,
company has a house.
We got a house now.
There's a corpse in it. Like, could you come check it out? It's weird.
I mean, chances are he'd have to find out about the house just to use the spell,
I mean, we need to take him to the house. Where I don't think carrying a corpse across town to the ship is like the way to go.
I sort of pull Remy to one side and like, should we offer Kimeth the bedroom? He could be our bunk buddy.
Somebody's got to watch the house.
Exactly. He can come here when he's sick of the sea.
Yeah, to be like, hey, if you want to stay on the boat, you can. If you want, you and Guard can like go chill at the house. I mean, there's nothing they can really mess with other than the lever, but we can just. I don't think either of them are the types that are gonna like mess stuff up. So.
There is
totally
also
down.
the fact that neither of them is currently part of your mercenary company, but they could be signed on if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
They like to become temporary members.
Well, no,
But
I mean, like,
they'd still be temporary members because Senezal's not present for the signature.
Right, exactly. But like, also, just because they're not in the company doesn't mean like company members can't be like, yo, you can just chill at the house.
True.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're guests. Kimeth, would you like to become a temporary member of the guild, and would you be interested in one day becoming a permanent member of the guild?
And
temporary member doesn't do a whole lot for me at the moment, seeing as it doesn't really insure me against anything. But eventually full member would make sense, I would think, even if I'm just driving the boat and not, fighting alongside you guys for the most part. Not every member of a mercenary company is a combatant. If we registered the ship too under the mercenary company, then docking fees would be lessened anywhere there's a guild.
Well, we are. So just to kind of update you on what's going on, Senezal isn't here at the moment, but he did give us directions on where we should go. So we're going to be heading that way, and then once we get back in touch with him, we need to sign Keothi on anyway. So if you would like to, no pressure.
Yeah, I mean, in the meantime, like I said, temporary membership doesn't do a whole lot for me. But once I can sign on full-time, sure.
Yeah, sweet, awesome.
Not like my company's got much going on for it anymore.
Just don't die on us, Kimeth.
Wow.
I think I'll be staying pretty safe if I'm staying here.
Anyway, Senezal's gone, but we did find a corpse in the basement and a skeleton in the basement. And we were wondering if you could potentially help us figure out what that's about.
If it's already a skeleton, there's no way for me to bring it back to life, if that's what you're insinuating.
Is there any way you can use the bones or something like that to, like,
communicate with it?
Figure out?
Yeah, I can. I think I've got a spell for that. I'll have to take a day to prepare it, though. I've already kind of done my morning ritual.
Yeah, that's fine. If you just want to keep that in mind, we have business in Telona to take care of before we set out anyway, and yeah, we just the skeleton's a little weird. Wasn't in there before, and we were just like, I wonder what this is about. So, Shinov's realm, kinda. Nori's still kind of new at it, but you're not. So, like, maybe.
Yeah. I think that falls within my earthly power.
Also, because you also follow Cargon, have you heard about this? Like, was it Gal?
Yeah.
Gal was the name.
Gal.
Have you heard about this like Gal situation?
No. No, I don't hear much about the South anyways. This is my first time in Telona even.
You're not from the South. Well, as a follower of Cargon, you should know, and I explained to him the Gal situation.
He like listens and he looks really disturbed. I mean, there are scriptures that describe Cargon as the sort of patron deity of humans, but they're sort of
he wasn't even originally human, I think to myself.
I think
was a tree man.
You've told Kenneth, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Maybe not all the details, but you've told him about.
I mean, I don't see the
gods.
So I wouldn't have. You know how Remy is, but I'm gonna leave that up to the rest of the crew.
Yeah.
I don't know. The entire thing's pretty preposterous, honestly. But
well,
I could see how somebody reading scripture, old scripture that's poorly translated, might come to that conclusion or use it to their own ends.
I just figured you should know because it does have to do with, Cargon.
Yeah, no, I'm as a cleric of Cargon, I'm sickened by it, but
yeah,
it's not like I'm gonna go over there and start refuting it either, because I'm a little bit dumb at times, but I'm not that stupid.
The Tritons would be rolling over in their waves.
In their way.
If they knew what was happening.
Yeah, I have a feeling trade between Goal and what's it called? Coral Keep is about to become very negligible.
Coral Keep looks fucking scary.
It's not that bad, I promise. Maybe.
I hear it's a bit dark, but otherwise.
Oh yeah, it's like at the bottom of the ocean.
I want to go in the whirlpool. Out of character, by the way, but yeah, I want to go in the whirlpool.
I want to get torn apart.
Yeah. Xylia, who is dead scared of water, I want to go in the whirlpool.
Water pipe.
Okay, well, we'll come find you, and tomorrow we can maybe take care of that. Welcome to Telona.
Yeah, I guess I'll head over to the house, if you give me some directions.
Yeah,
and I guess, Guard, do you want to stay on the ship? And Guard's like, no, I want to see the house. I want to see the skeleton.
God,
what?
I need you to do us a favor when you're in the house.
Yeah.
Don't be touching things.
Okay.
Promise?
I love like personality Guard. He's just like so chill.
You promise, God?
Yes.
Insight check?
Go for it.
Can I insight check God? Is that a thing?
I'm not
Yeah,
asking
of
as Xylia, I'm asking as Dr. Kent, will you not touch?
He knows you're not Dr. Kent anymore.
Yeah.
That's a good insight check. You've gotten to know, like, Guard doesn't have like facial expressions the same way that like other living beings do. His face just isn't made up the same way. So you've gotten to know like his inflection, like tone of voice, and like general actions. And he seems mostly confused by this direction, and doesn't seem like he really wants to comply with it. But you made him promise, so he's not gonna mess around with anything while he's in there.
You've only made
Okay.
him want to touch
He
things.
wants to do things now because he's curious.
You can look around the rooms and stuff, God, and check it out. There's just okay. There's. Do we tell him about the lever? I feel like we kind of have to. It's not. We trust them. It's. There's a lever on the wall. Just don't. Aww.
He wants his belly rubbed.
Who
Gotta
God?
get
I mean,
to it.
I don't
Yeah,
mind
sure.
telling either of these people about like the lever and
think
like
it's
the
fair.
situation, but I don't want to make that decision myself. Yeah, fuck it. We'll show him the house.
We've told him like practically everything else.
It's also better for Kimmit to kind of like know the situation if you're gonna talk
Yeah.
to the body.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a lever
he
on
knows
the
about-
wall. Just don't pull the lever because there's some magical stuff going on, and it like there's different entrances and stuff, and it just creates a
You
lot
don't want
of
to get
hassle.
locked out the house.
Yeah.
No problem.
If you want to play with the water and stuff, there's a really cool sink where if you do the pump thing, it squirts out loads of water at the same time. It's really cool.
Probably wash some of the seawater off.
Mhm.
Because it's sort of.
Did we check the
I
water
know
in the
you
tap?
have.
Is it just
There's
You
seawater?
have skin, which is nice, but I'm made mostly of wood and metal, and the salt kind of collects in my grooves.
It's there's a bath and everything. There's like a big like communal bath. Feel free to like explore. It's kind of dusty. It looks like Senezal hasn't been here in a while, but
Then I will
eventually-
take a bath and then clean the place.
yes,
Good idea.
that would be very appreciated.
Also, prepare for Halloween because it's
Since I'm
coming
not
up
doing a whole
soon.
lot of.
Yeah, you're gonna need to go shopping for candy. We're gonna put.
I'll
Both
explain
Kim and
another
Guard
time.
look at you like,
Oh.
Yeah, so if Guard wants to do that, we can then show.
Oh.
We'll show Kimmit the corpse. Like, this is the guy we need you to question.
sure. Yeah.
He's like in Senezal's robes, but like he's obviously not Senezal, and
Well, how do you know?
Oh God. You
Senezal
said
could
it.
just be dead, right?
Hmm?
Senezal could just be dead, right?
for
Is
this
it
long, I mean,
not-
we haven't been gone long enough for him to be a skeleton.
Fair. I don't know then. I guess I will ask him if he's we need 3 questions because if I use this spell on him, I can't use it again.
Is it yes
for
or
another
no
10
answers?
days. Nope. They can be detailed.
Who it is?
But he doesn't have to answer truthfully.
Okay. Well, we have to.
Sorry, it's
You
5
need time to-
questions.
5 questions. You need to prep that spell anyway, right? We can maybe think on that a little bit.
Yeah, can we come
Yeah,
meet
I-
you in the house soon?
Yeah, I'll kind of get situated. You guys do whatever errands that you're out here doing, and I'll be.
Yeah, just hang out.
Oh, direction-wise too. It's look for a really big flashy sign outside that says Senezal's place.
Easy enough.
Yeah, it's easy to spot.
I'll give him like the general direction where it is. I have the keys, but I didn't like lock up it.
Should be
Right.
fine.
We got in without a key, so it must be open. Question mark.
True.
Unless there's stuff in there people's looking to steal. I mean,
The only weird thing in there is like the corpse.
We should have checked the key. I wonder if the key's even for the door.
We can try that one.
Yeah, we'll remember that.
anyways, I'll go. Guard, how are you going to traverse Talona? And as he looks over at Guard, Guard's cast disguise self on himself to look like, could be even,
Dr. Kent.
could be like Kenneth's twin.
Oh my god. Oh.
Brothers.
And
You look
Kenneth
so
just looks
cool,
at him and is like,
God.
that's a bit disturbing.
I use Mask of Many
Especially
Faces.
because I know your head's like over here. Is he like he like hits invisible space with his hand.
I use Mask of Many Faces to look slightly different.
Oh no. You've got like a mole.
Wow,
Triplets.
triplets.
I love it so much.
Alright, I'm going to the house before this gets any weirder. Although by the sound of it, things are about to get weird at the house too. So, as he says, as he's like walking down the gangplank.
Probably.
No orgies in the
I wasn't
rule.
thinking like that. Anyways.
Alright,
That wouldn't have
we
been a
go-
rule if Felina was still here.
Oh god. Right. So where to next?
Do you want to go
Also, we're listening to Senezal's house music
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, I want to go to Vinny's for sure. I think Vinny's is a really good first stop to go to because that's where you can
Yeah.
usually sell things for a lot, and we can find maybe not what we're looking for, but odd things that would be very useful that we'd never think to look for.
Things that we didn't even know we needed.
It's things that we didn't even know
Exactly.
existed last time. It was wild.
Yeah, let alone
Honestly.
needed.
Some crazy stuff. It was fun. I like Vinny's. I also like Vinny's voice. I'm excited.
I love Biddy. I'm so sad that we're
I don't remember Vinny's voice, honestly.
I'm pretty sure it was like a low. Because you get losing your voice in the early episodes a lot because everybody had a low, raspy fucking voice.
I tend to do that a lot, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up, let me find a sample of Vinny's voice just so I could remember it.
Okay. Well, we could also take a break now if you want, since we're pretty much halfway through.
Let's do that,
Yeah.
and that'll give me time to find my voice.
And that will give me time to attend
the
to
love on the
this.
kitty.
Yes, of course, to give him the belly rubs he so desperately deserves.
Yes. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I will also be right back. We back.
2 seconds.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
We lied. 2 seconds.
Oh god, this looks really weird now because now Remy's in my place. I'm in Keothi's place, and Dea's
I'm
in
the wizard
Remy's
now.
place.
I'm Remy now.
I
okay.
will thunderstep.
I am the captain of this ship.
This makes more sense now. I can just unga bunga again.
Are you ready to bunga that unga?
Are you ready to raid?
Yes.
Sorry, I was turning the heating off
okay.
before I died.
Welcome
No
back.
problem.
I held the
All right.
power in my hands for a second.
How'd it feel?
All right.
So I'm refreshed on what Vinny's voice sounds like.
Mhm.
It's not raspy, actually.
Is it not?
No, it's very smooth.
He's a seducty boy.
Okay, I knock on Vinny's door.
Again, you're met with no answer for a fairly long period of time before you finally hear from within. Just come in.
I thought it was a chicken.
I'm excited. This
Not
is
the
my
chicken.
first time that I get to go in.
Vinny's so cool. You guys are gonna love him. Oh wait. Oh shit.
Nori has to stay out.
Nori, can you? Are you okay to stay outside? It's not. It's Vinny. Vinny doesn't
probably
like
gonna
you.
go like visit like her friend, right? She has a friend in the city.
She does.
I'm sure there's
True.
stuff Nori.
I think she even said that she wanted to go talk to her anyways, so
Yeah, she did.
I would say she goes off and does her own thing, and we can come back to that
See you soon,
when
Nori.
she's here.
Nori,
Bye.
oh fuck! We didn't even ask if Nori wanted anything getting.
We could retrospect all of that when
Sure.
she's back, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of hard for.
We sell everything Nori.
I take a
I don't
step
think
into
Nori has
Vinny's.
anything like worth selling here. She still has her adamantine combat knife. Apparently, I could have
Oh.
sworn. Could have sworn that Vinny kept that.
Vinny did keep it.
He did keep it. Did she pick up
So
another
she just
one
didn't
though?
delete it.
No, there was a whole thing with that. I can't remember what it was. Didn't I?
It was in the gambling thing. When they were gambling in the Thieves Guild when I was with you guys. She put the knife on the table.
Yeah, but
didn't
she shouldn't have had it to begin with. I thought then at that point because I was pretty sure that Vinny kept the knife after she
He did
threw
keep
it
the
at him
knife.
or something.
I can see if it's in my notes anywhere.
I don't remember. Anyway, she's
No.
got a few things, but like nothing. I don't think anything she'd actually want to sell.
Mhm.
You guys do have since you got back, there was some stuff that Ferlina had that the rest of you didn't really have much use for. Which
Oh,
was
yeah,
the
the
bandolier
quiver.
of returning blades and the ring of
I
warmth.
had the bandolier, but we do have 10 magic. If we keep all the things that she had, then there's a ring of warmth and a
I
10
took the
magical
ring of
arrows.
Yeah, there's a bolt case of
Okay. But
Was it-
I took the bandolier.
yeah,
I got-
it was a quiver of 10 magic arrows.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know because I just recently went look at it in my notes like 10 minutes ago because I wanted to read up on the bandolier.
Right. Okay. So yeah, Nori will go off and do her own thing for the next little bit, and you guys step into Vinny's, and
Vinny's really
Vinny's-
tight space.
Vinny's place is dark. It's there's no natural lighting coming in whatsoever. There's no windows for this entire space. Once you close the door, the light doesn't even filter in from the doorway. Like the cracks are very well drawn in. The only light within the place itself is a few small lanterns lining the ceiling. And they glow with a very dull red light that doesn't give much to actually go by. If you have dark vision, like I know you do, Remy, it counts as dim light. So for you, this is bright light, effectively, throughout the entire place. It's maybe 20 feet wide, if that. And the room itself is mostly bare of any adornment, apart from a door at the far end, a small desk in front, with a few chairs laid out in front of it, and a chair behind it. And Vinny, a very well-dressed, very styled-looking drow, sits at the desk with a ledger open in front of him and a small little ink pot and quill sitting there. And he just sits there, fingers steepled, and watches you all come in. Ah, yes, I should have known from the knocking who it was.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you did it last time.
Did I knock last time?
You did.
Oh.
And when nobody answered for a long period of time, I had to tell you to come in. It's not normally the case.
Just like this time.
It's like a unintentional secret handshake.
And I see you brought friends that aren't the tiefling this time.
I did.
Good. And he does like a little hand wave, narrows his eyes slightly. He's like, okay, none of them are disguised either.
No, why would they be?
Just us.
Well, because
If you thought Nori was disguised.
if she decided to come back, it's entirely plausible that she would try to disguise herself.
I wouldn't do that to you, Vinny.
But she might.
That's fair.
Anyways, business. What have you come to buy, sell? What's your pleasure?
Well, I think we have a lot of potential business for both today, buying and selling, if you'd be interested. I think
All ears.
my barbarian friend Keotha here has some pretty interesting goods to show you.
Ah,
I just sort of like pull and just go. This huge...
with the dragon scale.
Yeah,
Are you bringing both of them or just one?
I have 3, and I'm holding 1 in my hands. I can't. I'm not gonna bring out all 3 at once.
God damn.
Okay. He holds out his hands to take it if you let him.
Yeah.
He'll take it and sort of settle it down on the desk and. Well, understand I'm no alchemical expert, so I can't necessarily appraise specific ingredients for things. But this is a scale. I'm assuming this is a scale.
It is.
Can't even imagine the monster this came from. I think a dragon, but a dragon this big. I've never heard of anything like that.
And character just sort of looks at him and is like, "It was the biggest thing I've seen in my life."
Yeah, we hadn't.
Well, that would explain it.
We wouldn't have believed it either unless we saw it ourselves. I think they called it a true dragon.
Lost on me. Regardless, a dragon scale this big can be used in a variety of ways. Very expensive ways, given I think these are likely unique. Can't even tell you how much somebody would offer on this. I would have to put it out to market to even gauge its worth and have it appraised by somebody I trust so that they don't lowball me.
Of course.
I assume you have those connections?
I do. So you'll have to give me, I would say, at least a week for me to come back to you with a reasonable offer on something like this.
Do you need to keep it for the week?
I would need to keep this one, yes. Because I'm assuming you have more than this.
We have 3 total. I don't know how many we're looking to sell. But
Okay.
potentially all 3.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'll come back to you with a price for these as soon as I can. the price could change depending on how many you're willing to sell. So I will ask and see what the difference in price would be should there be multiple. Or if somebody would be willing to buy multiple.
That sounds fair.
Okay, so you want to sell this? Was there something else you wanted to buy? Was there something else you wanted to sell?
I'm gonna just pull out. I'm gonna pull out my adamantite dagger and the broken Gerudoan rifle. I think that's the only two things that I really have.
Okay, well, he'll take the dagger. Well, we saw what I got for this last time. I doubt I could get a deal quite like that again. They seem to really overpay.
It was a
but
really good
like
deal.
I said last time, I can reasonably assert I can get about 700 gold for this dagger.
That's more than fine by me.
Okay. He'll put that to the side.
How did what last time did he say? Sorry, going back. Was it could he pay you there and then? And if
No,
he
he
got
has to make
more,
the
he
sale.
just takes the more. He has to make the sale at the
Yeah,
time.
we come back. He'll tell you what the offer was, and then we can choose, I believe, to to accept it or not.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at that point, we would.
Just like you wouldn't be able to buy a magic item directly from him right away either. He'd have
Yeah.
to go back to the seller and be like, well, here's the offer.
I recall now. Okay.
As for this, and he picks up the rifle like entirely wrong. He clearly has no idea like where one's supposed to handle this.
Yeah.
And he like turns it over a couple times. What does it do?
It's you know what a gun is?
No.
Do I know what a gun is?
You would know what a
So-
gun is. You studied
Okay.
firearms.
Remy will go ahead to explain it can shoot small specific types of projectiles, and we'll loosely go ahead and explain each part of the gun and the mechanism and how it would work if it would work.
But it doesn't work. And this is, I'm assuming, a fallen artifact.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not too many people know how to repair those these days.
I mean, there might be collectors, right? People who just.
That's what I was hoping for, mainly.
I wouldn't be able to make a sale today or even next week on
No.
something like that.
I understand it'll take some time.
I'll have to go through some back channels. As you understand, there's not too many people collecting these out in the open. But I'll look around, and I'll let you know.
How long do you think it'll take for a sale on the dagger? Just as...
Oh, if I run it by the right channels, maybe a couple days at most.
Okay. And just out of interest, what about an enchanted ring? A ring of warmth?
I could easily sell that too. Let me... And he'll open up a ledger and start sort of flipping through it as your DM has to do something similar.
Do I try to sell the clay frank?
Jesus Christ.
It probably won't go for much. It's just clay.
Magical clay.
I have stuff I need to sell, but that's not for Vinny's. It's just normal ass armor and shit.
Vinny can still
I'll
get
go do that
good shit, though. Good prices, even on normal stuff.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
The adamantite dagger is not magical.
No, but it is adamant. It's like a novelty, right? It's like adamantite. That's not normal here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about this is just chainmail.
It's probably worth asking. Because I know we saw some stuff last time that wasn't too great, and he still managed to get better than normal street prices for.
Mm-hmm.
How long are we planning on staying in Tolona, by the way? A few days? Because it would be good to get a little bit more money before we head out on a trek that far.
Yeah. I'm down for a few days. Probably no more longer than a week though, because we there is a rampage.
I think a few days is maybe 3 or 4 days.
For a Ring of Warmth, I'm pretty sure I could get maybe 600 gold.
Done.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you're
I'll hand
fine
that
with
over.
my usual commission of 50?
Yeah, it's fine by me.
Okay.
Is it 50 each item?
Depends on the rarity of the item and how much I think I can get for it. And how much effort I need to put into it.
So
Understand that the rifle, because it's going to take me so long to sell it, I will take a larger cut.
And the dragon scales?
Dragon scale... It will depend on how much I get for it. If I can talk to an artificer and they tell me that I can get it for 500 gold pieces, I'm obviously not going to charge you 1,000. But if he tells me that he's willing to take it off my hands for 20,000 platinum, there's going to be a larger cut.
Of course. And you were really fair with us last time with the cuts as well. I trust that.
I'm always fair, I like to think. It's how I make my business.
It's where we
Did he say for the ring, was it 600 gold?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sorry, note-taking purposes.
Given we're about halfway through fall, I could probably find a buyer for a Ring of Warmth fairly quickly. Check back with me after a week and I'm sure it'll be sold.
Is there any way... I don't know if I asked this question before. Is there any way for us to contact you or get things sent if we're not going to be in Talona in a week's time?
Suppose you could contact me via magical means if you know the right spellcraft to do so. I don't have much way of sending anything your way. If I do make the sale, I'm not going to send several hundred gold by courier to whatever city you're staying in.
Yeah, of course.
The security alone to send it would cost a significant cut of whatever I send.
Yeah, that's fair.
On top of the fact that it would mean communicating with me, getting the magic item sent to me to then sell to somebody, taking their gold and then selling it off that.
It's fine. We can always head back. It's
needlessly complicated. I have considered opening up other trading posts, and simply having the available resources there to pay and receive as needed. But I wouldn't be able to necessarily trade between posts. Understand?
I understand that.
What about like the ability to like go through like the guild? Is that something?
What I do is not legal in some senses.
Oh,
that's why
okay,
we get such good prices.
I see. I mean, that's fair.
Not that you could get in any trouble doing it through me. I could get in trouble selling some of the things I sell.
Yeah.
Some of them are weapons, and I'm not licensed by any craftsman guild to sell weapons.
Understandable, sir.
And for me, there's just one more thing of interest. I think that I'd be interested in selling. I think we had a conversation before, right? That the Gyaraduin phone thing that we got was not useful for anything. For us.
It has no connection to any sort of like internet or like phone lines or anything like that anymore. Didn't you guys
mention though that you were gonna like give that to Senezal?
I believe so.
Oh, did we?
Yep.
I think I remember that from the video I watched, but it is also in your possession, so I'm not telling you what to do.
I'm interested to see how much it'd sell for, so I'll hand it over and just let him do his thing, and just out of curiosity mainly.
A keystone, I think, is what collectors call these. They're not uncommon necessarily, but this one seems to be in really good shape and appears to still work to an extent, though I never understood what to do with them, nor am I all that interested.
Boom.
Given its quality and the fact that it still seems to be in working order, I think maybe I could get 900,000 gold, depending on who I find to buy it.
Would that be a quick sell or a long-term kind of thing?
No, much like the gun, take a while to find somebody willing to pick it up.
Fuck. I'll hold on to this one for now.
Okay.
The rest of this stuff I'm still very interested in selling. This one we might have other uses for, but we'll see.
I can see if the people interested in the gun might be interested in the keystone at the same time, and if you choose to sell it, I can see if there's offers on it.
Would I have to leave it here?
No, you don't need to leave anything here but the scale.
Scales. Yeah, that sounds perfect then. Mm-hmm.
Just understand that if you lose any of the items, then offers off the table, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Or if they're damaged in some way. I might also need to keep the gun, so I assume that might not be much of an issue.
Yeah, I can't use it anyway. It's kind of busted up.
Okay.
I think,
Excellent. Was there anything you were looking to acquire of any sort?
Do you guys want to sell things before I buy things, or?
I do. I was just waiting until my turn. If
Excellent. New clients.
Yeah,
What can I sell for?
I figured we
Hi,
can do the
nice to
selling
meet
at once.
you.
Hello.
Yeah.
So nice to deal with civilized people.
Oh well. Hey, now. I wasn't here before.
Hey now.
I've got also one of these, and I hold up the adamantite knife that I've been having forever. I would like to put,
Find offers.
yes. And I also would like to inquire about this, and I'm going to hold out the bandolier of returning blades.
And he'll
I'm not
take it from
entirely I'm not entirely sure if I want to part with it yet, but I would like to maybe get a value on it, perhaps.
you.
I can prove that it works, but I also don't want to be throwing
What
projectiles.
does it do exactly? Seems to be
So,
in shape.
so it came with these, and there's like 6 silver knives,
Silver daggers.
silver daggers, yes. And you can. These are attuned to it, but you can also attune other throwing types of weaponry. And essentially, if you throw it and it doesn't get stuck in anything, you can just call it back, and it just boop right back on the thing. It doesn't work if your projectile is stuck in something, like an enemy or a wall, or.
I'm sure
It
I
does
could
work.
find buyers for it.
I did.
Would
test
you
it.
be willing to sell it with the silver daggers as well?
That's got to be
I can
worth
get
a pretty
I
fucking
can get
penny.
it for quite a bit if these are real
At the very
silver
least,
daggers.
Like, I might keep on one, but I mean, I can sell like 5 of them. You never know when you might need like silver, but.
Admittedly, it will sell for a considerable amount less if it doesn't come with a full set.
Okay. Then it could be the full set. I can get silver.
I leave that to your discretion. I can find an offer for any stage of completeness of this item specifically if you choose to keep all the daggers or just one or none. Can't give you a solid estimate on it. I can give you a rough one of somewhere between the amounts of 900 and 1500 for the entire thing. If you take out the daggers, maybe reduce that estimate by about 300 gold total.
And then 700 for the adamantite dagger too.
Yes.
That one I can definitely part with. Yeah, I definitely like to see what offers you can get on that full set. I mean, it's in good condition. The silver's in good condition.
Admittedly, both adamantite daggers and the bandolier, all of it, I'll probably be going through the Thieves Guild to sell it. So if I sell any of them, I'll probably sell all of them at once.
Mm-hmm.
Or get offers, at least, at once.
Do you normally are you normally able to get, above street prices on like normal things? I also have a good set of chainmail and a good longsword.
Typically
do you
only
think-
deal in magical paraphernalia or artifacts.
That's fine enough.
If you go through the Smith's Guild, you should be able to sell back, I'd say typically at 50% market value for used items, and they can restore it and resell it as a used item.
Is the chainmail used? Yeah.
It is. Yeah, both the longsword and the chainmail are used.
Okay.
I just have new, cooler stuff now.
Ooh, you should see how much you could get for the cool sword, just out of interest.
I don't know. No, no. That's his sword. He's keeping that sword. That's all I've got. Keothi, do you have anything in...
I showed them my scale. That's that.
You got...
Nothing else?
Nope.
I don't think I have anything else.
I know. What you selling?
What you buying?
Ooh, actually, we haven't used it yet. We've had it for a while. How much do typical, like, scrolls of Remove Curse go for? It's a level 3 scroll.
We might need that one day.
We might, but it's like a one-day thing. And I could learn it and sell the scroll afterwards.
If you can learn it and then sell the scroll, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
I can get rid of disease, but I can't get rid of a curse.
Yeah. Like I say, might not even be
At
worth
least
it, but...
not for... I can technically, but I need to level... I need to be stronger before I can do that.
You need to be a stronger boy.
I need to be a stronger boy.
Let me see. For a scroll of Remove Curse, 250 gold pieces, I think. If I can find somebody willing to sell one.
Buy one.
Wait, are you selling them or are you buying them?
I'd be selling.
You're selling. Then yes, 250 gold pieces, 25 gold, cut.
Commission. I'll hold on to it for now.
Okay.
It's going to cost a lot to be able to learn it as well, so...
I believe Keothi was looking for something that can maybe add an edge to her defense. Maybe make it a little harder for her to hit or a little more sturdy.
Are you looking for armor or are you looking for something to simply make you a bit harder to hit? Because you look like you're the type of woman who likes to meet her enemies head on, if I'm not mistaken.
Accurate.
And judging by your current lack of armor, despite your compatriots' loadouts, let's call it, I'm assuming up until now you haven't been using armor a whole lot.
No. Not really. Maybe it's
So
just
you're looking
making
for
me harder to hit.
Harder to hit. A little bit of magical deflection. How do you feel about shields?
Never really used one.
Yeah, then let's not. I have a magical shield on offer currently.
What are the deets?
It's a +1 shield. So it's considered to be fairly sturdy compared to other shields. You don't have too many javelins punching through this one. That one I currently have at 7,000 gold pieces. The only other item I can think of that might benefit you, Keothi, would be... put it in my ledger. Bracers of Defense, I believe is what they're called. And they're not armor per se, they would only cover your wrist and a little bit of your forearm. But they come with an enchantment that creates sort of not a barrier as much as a radius of deflection around you, increasing your likelihood to slip blows that would normally hit you.
How much are they looking for those?
25 million platinum.
$5 million.
Ooh.
I
Are we
don't
not
like
far
that
off?
stuff.
I'm accepting that we're saving up for a bit. That's all.
That's actually not terrible. 6,000 gold pieces. Could have been worse.
What if we
Okay.
sell the house?
Yeah, do you buy magical houses?
I don't.
It's very magical.
You also just sold over the deed to effectively Senezal, so sort of.
What if we sell a
Frank.
I was gonna say, what if
What about
we
this
sell
clay
guard?
Frank? No, we're
What
not
about a-
selling God. Are you insane?
No, I'm saying that out of character, Remy.
Oh, okay.
Guard would fetch a pretty fucking penny. Just saying.
Guard, how do you feel about trafficking?
Being sold. How do you feel
Trafficking.
about slavery, Guard?
Picking robots from another time.
Out of character, how much would he bring? I'm genuinely
Guard?
curious. Yeah.
Don't say that next session. We're gonna be selling guard.
It's interesting though, because like
Guard would be somewhere in the realm of like 50 to 60,000 gold. Easily.
I cast
That's
message.
it for like a guy who can like fight and spit acid and clean the house.
I think it'd
If
be
you-
more
if
so the
you-
fact that he's conscious.
Yeah. The fact
He
that
might
he's...
also try to kill us for
yeah.
So it depends on, I guess, like, if you factored in, like, danger fees, maybe closer to 100,000.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of money. Like, that,
Yeah.
That's
you
we
don't
could
see that
retire
kind of
and live
money
pretty
very
forever.
often.
That is a lot of money.
You could buy a fucking castle and still live like kings afterwards.
Selling God then, yeah?
Nope. I love my god.
We'll be right back.
I'd rather sell Kimeth.
We're not selling anybody.
If you go to Gowl, you can sell your entire fucking party.
That's Remy's ex-husband. How
Wait,
could
really?
you?
Yeah,
How far is that?
Don't sell my ex.
Xylia.
What if I need a late night booty call?
Oh,
Okay.
it's right next door. Let's go.
Xylia, the only human in the party, sells his entire non-human compatriots as slaves. Jesus Christ.
Listen,
Keothi, is there anything else that you're looking to, or
No.
anything else?
Not really. I don't
I can keep
think I
my
need
eye out for
much.
anything else if you're interested.
wait,
But
don't you have that super cool weapon too? The one that can like switch between different things.
If you don't
Half the
remember,
things
just
that
be
you
like,
don't use.
it's old.
I'm just staring at you like, shut up.
It's not gonna take anything from you. It's just interesting sometimes to see what kind of price things can bring. Honestly.
I mean,
everything here is above board. I don't steal anything from any of my clients. That would
you,
bring
you
a
can
very
look
bad
at
rap.
it if you like. And I sort of
If
like
you wanted appraised.
pull
It's
it
really
off
cool.
and show you how it works.
Ah, this looks like some more fallen artifacts. And he'll test out the buttons and see what does what.
Cuts his arm off by accident.
Shing just knocks himself.
Fresh cut.
To the right collector, I could probably sell this for maybe 2,000 gold pieces if I find the right one. I've never seen anything like it before in terms of its variety.
God damn. I didn't think it'd be that much.
I just sort of stare because I can't believe it.
See, out of character, it's super interesting, right?
Yeah, okay.
This is why I like to check like everything in this fucking place. If I still had the fucking counterspell gauntlet, I'd want to check that, but I think Nori has that.
Nori has it.
Yeah.
Oh,
she has a fireball
do you
one
have
too. Oh.
Do you have anything that would maybe help someone in loud armor not be so loud all of the time?
Have some light armor.
I have armor that wouldn't make you as loud, but you'd have to buy the armor itself. There's not really an item I can think of that dampens that necessarily.
Nothing that can make me like extra stealthy.
There's a pair of boots. I don't have any currently on offer, but it makes one considerably quieter when they are trying to be quiet and sneaking around. I can keep my ears to the ground for you and let you know if I have any on offer eventually.
Yeah. What are they called by chance?
I think colloquially they're known as the boots of elven kind.
How much they usually sell for? What? You say we're selling the house?
Telling you, Airbnb landlord empire.
The last set I sold, the best offer I got was only for 100 gold, and the seller sold it. So,
Yeah.
mind you, it'll depend on the next person. But I can keep my eyes out.
Yeah, keep your eyes and ears open. Next time, I might be interested.
Yeah.
What about anything that can like preserve flora?
Like cut flora? I'll have to look into it. I don't know of anything off the top of my head.
Okay. Just curious. I like to adorn myself, and it'd be nice if I didn't have to, replace them every.
You might talk to perhaps an alchemist. Who might have some form of maybe a glaze or something.
Thank you for the tip.
Of course. Anything else that I can help you with?
I'm interested in a couple of things. Mainly the same things as before. Any kind of, cool magic stuff, spells. Anything similar to what I was given before. Maybe some, if there's any kind of knowledge on...
Scrolls, in other words, that you're looking for?
Yeah, scrolls.
Personally, I have requests for many different types of scrolls on the regular, though typically scrolls that come to me are sold almost instantaneously. Requests that I have currently, more than half a dozen, looking for cure wound scrolls. They always.
How much do you think a cure wound scroll would go for right now?
Depends on the buyer, but each scroll, given the amount of time that goes into making them, maybe about 300 gold.
Fuck. Let me check my scrolls
first level cure wounds?
Yeah. Costs a lot to make.
Wait, but the third level Scroll of Remove Curse was only
250.
Wow.
But a level 1 cure wound scroll is 300.
So, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Adventurers constantly find themselves in needs of healing. So having Cure Wounds scrolls on hand as a backup plan in case of emergency are quite useful. Whereas a Remove Curse,
It's niche.
most clerics can easily use a Remove Curse without needing to spend any money on it or anything. And most curses aren't so incredibly terrible that they can't wait a day for a cleric to prepare it the following day.
True.
So yeah.
Well then, if that's the case, I have 2. I'd be willing to part with 1.
I really thought you were going to say more for some reason. I thought Roman was going to be like, I have like 25 Cure Wounds scrolls.
I have open offers for at least 6, so I can pay you for it right away.
Okay. I would like to keep on to 1 just in case of like emergency, but I'd sell 1 right now.
Okay. Well, then in that case, give me a second. I'm going to go in back and make you a 300 gold baggie.
He's gonna have money.
Hell yeah, 300 gold,
God.
easy.
The out of character in me is just like sellable. But the Remy was be like, God, if me and Dory get caught with our pants down, that scroll's gonna come in useful at one point.
Yep. So he'll stand up and go in back for like a minute or so and come back out with a small little leather pouch that he sets down on the table, then holds out his hand for the scroll.
And then the scroll.
Appreciate your business.
Thank you. It's 300 gold.
So what kind of scrolls do you have that people are currently selling? Is there any cool...
I have a Cure Wound scroll.
Buy it for 150.
350.
Buy it for 150.
Yeah, and then sell it back to you. It's like an endless... It's a glitch.
Not that stupid.
It's like if I spin my
Fucking
orb in
here.
certain directions, it's like a cheat code that activates.
Let me check back with you in just a quick second.
Okay. Specifically, if it needs any kind of refinement, I'm kind of looking for things to mess with enemies, I guess, more than anything. And kind of a special request if there's any kind of magic that can help. Like memory restoration move along a little quicker. I know that's kind of a specific request, but
I currently have a scroll of Fine Steed, which
I have a
always
reindeer, but I
provide.
know where it is.
This creates a magical beast for you to create a bond with, though why somebody would sell a scroll this is beyond me, given it's a what's the best way to... a faith-based spell, and
I can do it.
Yeah.
only very specific paladins can use it, so a scroll is sort of useless.
Yeah.
But you know, some people, I guess.
1 gold.
I've got no. I don't think they'll go for that. I have a scroll of hideous laughter.
Is that what is that?
Hideous laughter?
Mhm.
It's sort of a disabling spell. You tell a pretty awful joke, and it causes the target to become incapacitated for a while as they laugh uncontrollably.
What are they looking for that?
Not a whole lot, I don't think. 250 for that one.
Okay. Hideous laughter was 250.
Yes. I also have a scroll of water breathing for 150. Nope.
I already got one of those. I got a potion.
And last but not least, a scroll of bark skin for 50 gold. as I'd expect.
Okay. Okay. So nothing at all that would help anything to do with memory restoration or anything like that.
I don't even know of any spells like that personally.
No, me either.
There's very accomplished clerics who could be capable of greater restoration, though the spell is costly in and of itself, and I'm not even entirely sure it would work necessarily.
Xylee has already had that tried on him, right? That was the thing that was attempted, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah. That's fine. What about any other kind of magical artifacts that could help with, you know, giving the edge in battle? Any cool orbs? any cool light armor or anything? I mean, or clothing, jewelry, anything?
If I had anything that I think you could use, I probably would have offered it to your friend. I assume you can't use shields.
I'm not too interested in that, no.
C'est la vie. In terms of combat, I did have one thing come by recently. What was it called? A staff of fire, but I don't know if you'd be able to afford or be interested in it.
How much is it before anything else?
20,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, moving on.
Okay.
Maybe one day.
I have weapons, of course, but again, I'm assuming you can't use most of those.
Yeah, probably can't, and not too interested in kind of the, you know, the physical combat side of things anyway. I did have one other thing that I wanted to ask, and it would be, I know we discussed it last time, I forgot the price though. How much would a bag of holding be? What was the other thing as well? There was a bag of holding, and what was the other, where it puts it in like a dimension?
Portable hole?
Is that what it was? He spoke about two things before.
So bag of holding allows you to put things into like an extra dimensional space and carry around. A portable hole is a bit more like it'll create like an extra dimensional hole for you to put stuff into. I'm not sure if you can carry things in a portable hole though. Like if you were to close it.
Was it maybe a haversack?
Oh yes.
That you mentioned?
There's the haversack, which is
It's like a smaller.
It's a smaller bag of holding with like multiple compartments instead of just the one big one.
I'm not sure if that's what he actually mentioned, but I know of it.
It was the haversack and then the bag of holding. I'm kind of interested now in the bag of holding and the interdimensional hole thing, though.
The hole's not as useful, honestly.
We're just gonna buy
It'd be cool for combat,
an interdimensional hole.
Can I not like lock someone in an interdimensional hole? If they were to like fall through it?
I think they can make like a check to break out of it. To like force it open.
I'm thinking of all the cool niche situations it could be used in.
I was too.
It also has really shitty interactions with other extra-dimensional objects like bags of holding and
so if you were to put a bag of holding in it, it could like explode.
Yeah, it creates a space-time rupture that sucks you into the astral plane.
Never mind then. I was just thinking, like, imagine if you're getting chased by something and you open up this fucking portal thing and it locks them inside, and then they got to spend like 2 or 3 turns trying to break out. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, but if you take the hole with you afterwards, they're just gonna pop out next to you.
True. Okay, that's fair. Let's go with the bag of holding then. How much is a regular bag of holding? Because I think we could all use.
I could typically get people to sell a bag of holding for about 600 gold pieces. I don't have any offers currently, but I can keep my ear to the ground for one if you're interested.
You have none at the
They
minute?
go like instantly.
Could you do that for us? Could you keep a listen out and we can, as a party, kind of chat about it and see
If you leave me the coin for it, I can always buy it on your behalf the second I get an offer for it. But if you're not here to pick it up within a few days, and I get a better offer, well,
Can always re-inquire about that once we get the scale prices and
Well,
yeah, of course.
the thing that I'm thinking is where we're going and what we're going for. There could be a lot of stuff that we need to bring back, and we ain't going to be able to carry a lot.
Well, how soon are you planning your trip?
We're going to be going in the next 3 or 4 days.
What do you mean we ain't gonna be able to carry a lot?
You can carry a lot, but from what we were told, there might be a lot more than even you can carry at this place. Comfortably all the way back. Just so I know for future, would you all be okay with splitting it for a bag of holding for the full party?
Mm-hmm.
If I get more gold, yeah.
I can front the 600 gold now. And we can work out the split later, if that works.
I only have 126, so...
When we get the dragon scales, I'm thinking we're all gonna have a hefty chunk more than that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you leave within 3 or 4 days, I won't be able to get back to you with the price on the scale, I don't think. I think it'll probably take me at least a week.
We'll be back, hopefully, pretty soon.
If I receive an offer for it, what are you hopeful for?
Honestly?
Because I could make the sale on it if I get the price that you're looking for.
We don't even know
With the rarity of it, the size of it, and what it came from, having seen it, we have no idea, but a lot.
Doesn't narrow it down very specifically for me, but I'll use my best discretion then to sell it on your behalf if an offer comes in that I deem acceptable.
I'd say we probably wouldn't want any less than what for one dragon scale.
I wouldn't even give out an amount because
No.
I don't want us to accidentally undersell ourselves.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah, we've got no idea.
Should we wait longer than a few days to set off?
I wouldn't tell them your quote. So whatever they quote to me will be authentic. But if you give me a price to sell over,
If it could be a lot of money, I'd honestly rather
Wait.
wait a week, or if we can find someone in town that we trust, maybe we can talk with them and they can go back and forth on that information and then get in contact with us.
speaking of which,
But-
what have you guys done with Sarah?
So this is our friend.
I just imagine that like Sarah went
Probably
set
still on
up
the
shop
boat, right?
and like
Or
He
Sarah.
doesn't have anything to sell. He got rid of his equipment to pay for
he has to
the
buy
trip
things.
and everything.
He probably
Sarah,
went
I'm
on his way
sure-
to.
He's currently buying groceries, is what he's doing.
Yes, Sarah's doing his own thing.
You can have one of the rooms in the house, sure. Why not?
I don't mind giving Sarah a run of the house. We've got a kitchen.
Do we have it?
If
He
we're
can
gonna
have-
be
he can
around-
have the basement. Just for yourself. Oh.
Here's Sarah.
He's gonna be washing his hands in the sink in the future with the high-powered jet, and it's just gonna be pink everywhere.
Yeah,
God.
the sinks are all stained pink.
Oh. Yeah, we did kind of fucking forget about that completely. Shit. Yeah.
I mean, I'd say we kind of see if we head out earlier, then maybe we can come back and like make a decision, or we just come back when we come back and see what kind of offers were made.
If you had
Because
to give us
we don't even have like a base. Like part of giving the scale to Vinny is to get like a baseline appraisal
Yeah.
for it.
I
We
think so long as the scale is authentic, I think I can get 5,000 gold per scale. I could be wrong. It could be much higher than that, but I'm fairly positive at least 5,000.
Do you think this is going to generate a lot of interest? How long do you think it'll take a week?
As soon as I get it appraised, I will send word along with the appraiser to get word out to anyone interested in such things for the creation of artifice and whatnot, to get prices back to me and generate interest in it.
I know. How about this? So some of this stuff, like the knives, we might be able to sell in a couple days, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can come back in a couple days. We can get the money for that. If there's like a bag of holding or anything, we can grab
I wouldn't
that.
expect one to come in a couple days, but you might get lucky.
I'd need to probably leave the money for the bag of holding either way.
But if we're gonna leave the scales, right, and we come back later than a week, it might be a good thing, because that might drive, like, he might get more offers that are competing the price up. The longer it stays, potentially, the more money we can get out of it. I don't want to rush sell the scales.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I can start a bidding war pretty easily on it, if there's enough interest. I'll give it maybe 3 days after getting it appraised to see what sort of offers start coming in and at what rate. If I get 10 or so offers within the first few days, then I will drive the price up as best I can.
Because it's worth it for him too. I mean, he gets a cut at the end of the day.
It's a higher cut for him. And I mean, you've worked with him already. You say he's trustworthy. I believe you.
Trustworthy and more than fair. I did not expect to get 1,200 gold last time for the adamantite dagger that I sold, so...
I didn't even have to drive the price up on that one. They came in with 1,200 from the start.
Did it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Easy profit for both of us.
Yeah, I mean, we have enough stuff kind of here. I mean, if we need the gold, I can get rid of the other Cure Wounds scroll, but I really would like to save that. I don't think 300 gold is worth a life.
Like I said, for the bag of holding, I can front the 600.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for when it actually comes in, if people would be willing to split, because I don't want to spend 600 gold on a bag of holding.
I'm willing to split. I know Keothi doesn't have a lot. I can front for her too, if need be.
I mean, if we get the money for the dragon scale at some point, I can give her your bag.
Yeah.
I'll put... Can I do it in platinum? 40 platinum?
Yeah, that's fine.
60 platinum.
60 platinum, yes. Yeah, so long as the amount is the same. You could give it to me in 6,000 silvers if you needed to, but please don't.
That's fine. I have 37 copper.
Here's all 600 gold in copper.
I don't have space and back for that.
I hand him 60 platinum, and I'll just say, if you do manage to get one within the next 3 or 4 days, it would be incredible.
I'll try my best.
I appreciate that. And I'll hold off on the scroll for now because I don't have enough.
What? How much was the scroll did you want?
It's like 250 gold, but...
If
which one?
The Hideous Laughter.
Oh, well, would it help if I go in a front half for the bag of holding for you?
It's fine. It's more so for... just fun things, I guess. This is more useful. It just sounds interesting.
If you really want it, I can help that.
There'll be cooler things on the way. The thing that I got last time was cool. I got the lightning bolt from here last time. That was infinitely cooler than making people laugh.
I'm hoping that was useful.
It's been incredibly useful.
Good.
Apart from the one time I used it and it got shot back at me, that hurt. A lot.
How?
You remember the tiefling friend? She has another kind of artifact, which is like a gauntlet glove that has like deflection properties, counterspell kind of property stuff. It's really cool, but she couldn't come in, so we couldn't. Can she come in next time? She's a lot better now, I promise.
Fine, but if she does anything else, you're all banned.
Maybe we can just have her write down a list.
Yeah.
Of what she needs, and then we should...
Mm-hmm. And is there... I know you sell a lot of things here, and you get a lot of things coming through. Curiosity peaks at times for me as well. Are you looking for anything for yourself or to sell, or anything in particular? Anything that could bring a high price?
I don't do much of this, the adventuring stuff myself, so for the most part, most things don't interest me that come through here in terms of a functional standpoint. There's obviously odds and ends occasionally that I could be interested in, but they're not really worth my time. In terms of money makers, if you ever come across bags of holding, as I said, those go like that, and I earn my commission.
Mm-hmm.
I make most of my money selling the very basic items and scrolls, such as Cure Wound scrolls, and Mage Armor scrolls are also incredibly popular. Armor of Agathis, if you get your hands on one, it's a very good one. And so on and so forth. Anything that you can think of that is
Seems like there's definitely a lot of value in things that like help protect and or heal and or save.
If you find a scroll of magic missile, those are instantaneous.
Wait, can I make scrolls of the spells that I know?
Oh yeah.
How much do the magic missile scrolls
You can make a scroll for the magic missile scrolls. They don't go for much, typically between 50 and 75 gold each, but they sell fast.
Probably cost more to make the scroll though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Better to find them. It's good to know though, definitely good to know. I do have the thing actually where it costs less to make scrolls.
No, it only costs
now.
25 gold pieces to make a magic missile scroll. So it's still a profit of 25 gold.
Yeah, still a double. Okay. I'll bear that in mind.
It takes a day to make.
25 gold in a day is not bad though, if we're not doing anything at any point.
And, if any of you know how to use Cure Wounds, you can make a pretty penny selling those scrolls as well.
You know,
if you just want to sit down for a week and scribe up 7 scrolls, you could fill most of my orders in that week.
Jesus Christ. Are we sure we don't want to hang out for a week?
I was gonna say, aren't we here for a week, eh?
I mean, could somebody like me make scrolls? Is that...
I think anyone can make scrolls, right?
Yeah, it's not too difficult. There is the issue of acquiring the ink. Sometimes if there's obviously too much demand for scribes, then you might not be able to find the materials to do so. And if everybody starts making Cure Wound scrolls, the ink demand won't be able to keep up, which is why they get caught up so much in cost.
Question, because I had in my mind that it must cost a hell of a lot more than it does. How much is usually like the cost of, what do they call it, spell ink?
Well, the spell ink is included in the in creating the scroll. So 25 gold is how much it would cost in inks and paper to make a level 1 spell scroll.
Fuck, really?
I might have to have a little side freelance gig make a cure wound scroll spell.
That's really fucking interesting. Yeah, no, that's really interesting.
Yeah, I could do that. I totally know cure wounds.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with.
And if you flood the market with them, though, keep in mind that the price obviously will go down. So
obviously.
maybe do it 1 week and then
But if
let
I'm
it
here
rest.
a week and you need 6 cure wound scrolls,
It is about a day's worth of effort, though, from what I understand, to make them.
maybe I can make a couple if we're gonna be here for all day.
And see, the thing is as well, what we gotta think is we do gotta contemplate how long we want to stay, because we don't want to keep Senezal waiting too long. But also, the longer we do stay, the more chance there is of getting at least a borderline price on the dragon scales and of getting some more gold and the bag of holding, which would be incredibly useful. So we'll have,
I'm poor,
we'll have to
so
have a
I'm
chat
down.
about that.
I'd be willing to say, like,
It's hard.
because the thing is, it's like if we go, I don't know how long it's gonna take us to like go and get back, because I don't know how long we're gonna be there for. But like,
I don't think we're
yeah,
going to be there for long as nothing goes awry, obviously. But I think.
but I don't
Bear
want to
said-
put it off too long.
Didn't you say it's like a week there, a week back in travel time? Last
Yes.
time? Yeah.
Assuming
it's-
everything goes right.
Yeah. So
Right.
best case scenario, it's going to take a week to get there as well. So we'd be. It's a lot to think about, but we have got the next few days to think about it. So
Yeah.
we
If
can
I
do
have
that.
the extra time, now that we know it's something that I could possibly. I'm not gonna be like, okay, I retire and I'm just gonna spend all my time making scrolls, but like, hey, we're short on money. I can do a scroll really quick.
And did you say mage armor scrolls too?
Mage armor scrolls tend to go for a decent amount as well, or at least quickly. Mage armor scroll typically goes for about 250 gold, 300 gold, depending on the day.
We gonna be fucking rich.
We did it. That's 7,000. All of this 7,000, 6,000. We've figured it out.
We'll buy the
We-
store.
We figured out capitalism.
Oh god.
We won capitalism, yay!
Like I said, if you flood the market, though,
Yeah.
It's not
you
something
can
we
do
do.
this maybe
Yeah.
maybe once a month, maybe
Well, see,
maybe once a month.
it
and
works
still
really
keep
good
those
for us
prices.
because we're usually here for a few days, maybe a week, and then we're not here for a long time.
It's
so it'd
also
benefit
like
both
at
of
some
us.
point, like we do make a lot of our gold through like adventuring, and
course.
selling what we find there. That is more lucrative than like sitting all day making scrolls and flooding the market anyway. So it's more of kind of like an emergency thing, right? Like, oh, we
Cool.
happen to have a day and I have nothing to do.
Might as well
Maybe
help
I
some
may-
people out, including
You could look
ourselves.
at it like that.
Okay, that's
Is
that's
that all
good to
we
know.
have here?
Yeah, I've handed
By my
the
understanding, yes.
handed
What was
the
that?
gold over.
Oh,
Says yes, unless you had anything else, I'll keep an eye on them orders for you and appraise the scales, and you can
we'll
check
be
back with
checking
me
back in.
in a few days. As always, thank you for your patronage. And
It
I
was
look
nice
forward
to meet
future
you.
business. It was nice to meet you too.
you.
Oh, do these guys know what he looks like? Because he's really cool features, right?
He's got like completely like pitch black skin. I said he was a drow, but I guess
He's a
maybe
drow.
Keothi might not know what that is. He's an elf and he's got pitch black skin and reddish eyes. And his hair is drawn back into a ponytail, and it's just this pure snow white over his entire head.
He's cool
He's
as
beautiful.
fuck.
He like in this darkness, he practically blends in with his skin color.
Oh, jeez. Okay. That's
For
creepy.
Yeah.
for
If it's that
real-
dark.
if we leave for real brevity's sake, because I have to go soon,
Mhm.
how much would it be just to sell off like the used chainmail and longsword at the armory? I don't need to buy anything from them. I just
Want to make some quick money.
they're
Makes
like just in my
sense.
inventory, and I don't.
Well, it's worth it.
Chainmail. Is it chainmail or chain shirt?
Chainmail.
Okay. In that case, it would be 37 gold to sell that.
Okay,
Or
and
you'd
what
make and longsword.
a plain old longsword?
Roll 20 doing its slow ass thing. Longsword, you could make maybe 7.5 gold on it. So 7 gold, 5 silver.
See, this is why I love Vinny's place, dude. Because you could just get even estimates on shit that you would never want to sell just to see what it would be. That's why I was so curious as to what your sword itself was, the one with the god symbols on.
Yeah, but Remy's
I know
not
Remy
gonna...
would never sell it.
I'll go ahead and just sell that.
Okay. Did you guys also want to test the keys and see if they actually open the house?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's test the keys, make sure they...
So the keyring itself has 3 keys on it. The first 2 seem to open up the lock to the front door. The last one, you can't. It doesn't seem to work in the front door, and it's much smaller than the other 2.
Fucking knew it. There's gonna be something. Xylia
Yeah.
is spending from now until the next session trying to figure out what the fuck it unlocks.
Make me an investigation check of the house.
So we have 2
Oh,
door
give
keys.
me advantage. No. Really is gonna take from
Actually-
now until the next session.
Oh, is Keothi helping?
Does it work with danger sense?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
Because danger sense is
I can
for
still
traps.
help.
I mean, I
You
can
can
really...
help. I'll allow you to re-roll with advantage.
Oh,
since
okay.
You have help.
Thank you. 16 ain't
16's
bad.
a lot better. Given you have all the time in the world to actually check the house, a 16 isn't bad at all. And in the sort of like main room with the big like round table, you find underneath one of there's sort of like these, I guess not dressers as much as sort of like these side tables lined up against the walls where it looks like you could have like any sort of like decorations placed upon them. You find a small latch in the ground, or like a trapdoor set in the ground that has a small keyhole in it, and the key does indeed fit in it. When opened, it reveals just a small, maybe 2-foot deep space of a storage area, and inside it is a bag of gold.
How much gold?
How much?
20,000 gold pieces.
You are kidding me.
What about those braces?
I was
boys?
surprised when you guys did like actually do any sort of investigation of the house. I was like,
I put it back in my coat and I go back to Vinny's.
oh, Vinny!
Okay, no, I'm gonna put it in my coat, and I'm gonna.
Wait, we all know about this though, right? Because like I had the keys.
Remy would have been helping you. That's why you had advantage. So it was you and
Keothi
Remy
was.
that found it.
Oh, I'm splitting it. I'm splitting it. That's not the thing. I'm just in shock. It's fucking 20,000 gold fucking pieces.
Even that split between 1, 2,
It's
3,
5,000
5 people.
Like this is
each.
far more than you could fit just in your cloak. Like it is a big like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
like the
5,000
coffer.
gold each. 5,000 gold each.
Should we?
This
Go
is the most
exchange
money
that
I've ever
for
had in my
platinum?
life.
Is it in platinum or is it in gold?
It's in gold.
That's 5,000 gold.
And looking at the gold too, you can tell that some of it has been minted long before the current age.
Wait, so it could be worth even more?
Maybe to certain collectors.
Vinny!
We just like drag in a huge thing of gold. Okay. Well, I
That doesn't
do.
look shady.
Do we add
I will say. Huh?
Should we add the 5,000 gold, or do you want to take it as 20,000 to Vinny's to see? I think we just add the 5,000.
Probably at the 5,000.
We can check it as we.
I mean, it is also like I have to go really soon, so if we want to just figure out how we want to do that, can we carry 5,000 gold on us? Like,
Not in your pocket. You could carry it in your bag, but it would be heavy.
I'm putting it in my bag. I'm gonna get ready for the bag of
I
holding.
mean, so is there like a bank we can exchange it for platinum that it would?
You can exchange it at the mercenary company. You can exchange it at most of the guilds, like or mercenary guild rather. Any guild is willing to do currency exchange.
You'll want to quickly do the split for the bag of holding, so we don't have to worry about it next time too.
So everybody put in what 150 instead of you taking 600.
Yeah. So, I need
So
to
we're
add...
just gonna say we split the gold, so there's 5,000 gold each, and then we're split it 150 gold taken for the.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have
just wanna make
69
sure-
platinum. I have 69 PP. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not a child.
How much is it from gold to platinum? 100.
10
No,
gold
10.
for 1 platinum.
But we current.
We can't transfer it to platinum just yet, though, right? Or can we do that?
Yeah.
I mean, you could go do it right away if that's what you want to do.
Oh, easy.
So it would be 500 platinum.
Yeah.
Right.
Much easier to carry.
And then
Yo,
the thing though is like, it may be worth it just to think about for like, sure, not taking all of this with us if
It is a
We-
big sum of money.
like you don't want to get caught. Like, let's say worst case scenario, we're on the road, we get like mugged by bandits,
Oh, we're not
and it
leaving
doesn't
yet,
work
though.
out. You know, I know. I'm just saying.
You don't even want
This-
to carry around this like in town just regularly unless you have a place to go with it.
Mhm.
No one else knows about this little coffer thing. We can still keep some of it hidden, lock it up. We keep the key safe.
Sarah walks in. Hey guys, what's going on?
I have a question for you. Is there any kind of device or spell or... I'm trying to think of the best way to describe what I'm thinking of, but the best way that I can describe it is like an ender chest in Minecraft. So like a bag of holding
like,
that... Like...
to like carry it around like in an interdimensional space.
Or like, not even just that, even if it like goes missing, if you have another one of it, it's in that space. Or like if someone else opens it, they can't see it, you know? So it's like a personal bag that nobody else
You
can
can
enter.
magically lock something with arcane lock to make it so that nobody but somebody with the password can actually open it. That being said, I'm pretty sure a knock spell still opens that.
Oh, really? Yeah, it would.
There is...
Just because that'd be a really good way to keep it extremely fucking safe.
There's
If
a
we-
level 4 spell that allows you to create an extra dimensional chest that you can sort of hide away in the ethereal plane and call back to you wherever, so long as you still have the replica of it on you.
Yeah, we need something
that.
like that, but until we can get something like that, I would say if we're gonna leave town, let's not take
Oh, yeah.
all of money.
I'm thinking more just for future stuff.
yeah, for future, definitely.
Can a wizard learn that at level, like when I get my next level up?
You can learn a 4th level spell by level 7. As a wizard.
Oof. Okay.
And actually, one thing that I meant to say last session that I didn't get to is after last session's combats, you guys are level 6.
Let's go! Oh, that's huge. Okay.
I was wondering, I was like, man, we should be due for a level up, like in.
I was
Actually, no, I did the XP calculations, and if I was going purely for XP, you guys would not be level 6. But
Yeah.
given
I don't mind a
social
slower level up
interactions
because it
and
gives you
milestones,
it gives you time to like really like get familiar with your
Mhm.
abilities. I don't mind a slower leveling up at all.
So
Yeah.
what? Now I've clicked 6. I forgot what I have to do.
Do you mind if I stay behind a little bit afterward? Because I know Corb has
Yeah.
to go and stuff, just to
sure.
finalize that
Corb's
stuff. 'cause I don't know what it
the
does either.
person I'm worried the least about in terms of level up. Nori, I'm literally going to have to do her sheet for her, which I've accepted at this point, playing D&D with my girlfriend. it's just like,
Yeah, if I have any questions with the level up, I'll just message you.
yeah, sounds good. Level 6. You get Keothi. Anyways, you get a path feature, which you are a totem warrior of the bear, meaning you gain a carrying capacity that is doubled, and you have advantage on strength checks made to push, pull, lift, or break objects. So you can carry 4 times the normal weight
Jesus
of a
fuck.
medium-sized creature because you're already
Yeah.
I can't remember how much that is.
It's a lot. We worked out last time, wasn't it like 1,000 fucking kilograms or something for one, like 2 times?
You wanted a holding bag, bitch.
We ain't gonna be able to carry weapons on your shoulder all the way home. It's too visible.
I'll be carrying the holding bag with my shoulder.
Well, the good thing about the holding bag is it stays the same size. It's tiny and it just hooks onto your waist. That's why it's so good. Because it goes into a dimensional rift thing, like a different dimension. So whatever weight is in it, it doesn't feel that heavy. That's why I wanted it.
I'm trying to find out how to even find anything in there anymore.
Compendium. You can check for most items in the compendium.
That's weird. I like went to a page to find carrying capacity, and it has absolutely nothing to do with carrying capacity. Lifting and carrying. Carrying capacity is your strength score multiplied by 15. So you have what, 18 strength?
Do you have 18
16.
strength? 16.
16.
I have 18 strength.
I don't know when they can go up, like.
Your next
go
one will be
up.
at level 8.
Okay.
It's quite a while.
Yeah. So currently your base carrying capacity is 960 pounds. That's just like carrying it around like it's nothing. And if you are enlarged, it's 1920.
So
Just carry the whole armory back home.
1920 enlarged, and what was the other one?
980. 960, sorry.
960.
Jesus, fuck.
Yeah. You can also, when enlarged, you can push, drag, or lift twice that, which is 3,840 pounds.
Could Keothi
To just shove it.
could Keothi have moved the dragon?
No.
No, the dragon was heavier than that.
Yes.
Consider it. How heavy was the dragon? That was a big boy.
Somewhere in the weight of category of, I'd say, like 15 to 20,000 pounds.
Jesus. Hey, not
He's a-
far off.
Big boy.
Yeah.
I mean, he basically was the size of like a small hill.
Yeah, he was the cave.
Yeah.
It's cool as fuck though. That is super cool. So,
Big boy.
oh, that's just wild. Sorry, I'm just imagining all the different scenarios now. Keothi could have literally bear tackled the giant that we fought.
I'm just trying to find where I get the stuff
Yeah.
to drag onto the sheet.
Oh wait.
I like the way I see it is he's about the size of like maybe like an aircraft carrier or like a battleship.
Who, the
Like, he's-
giant?
No, the dragon.
Oh.
And a battleship is roughly 3,000 or 35,000 pounds.
Jesus fuck.
So yeah,
That's
rounding
huge.
down a little bit, it's fair. It's a fair
yeah.
amount because he's not made of steel.
True. Made of fucking heavy ass scales though.
Yes.
Ooh,
and bow.
I can. So I get a neat little thing. So I get Aura of Protection, which means,
Oh no.
so
Have you just wiped
Friendly-
your class?
No.
No.
Oh,
what?
nothing. I was reading the.
Oh no, I
Pick the thing.
anything within or friendly creatures within and myself make within 10 feet of me have make a saving throw. You get a bonus equal to my charisma modifier, which is +1.
Yep.
And as long as I'm conscious. So if you're if you're next to me and you have to make a saving throw, you get a +1 to your roll.
Oh, that's cool.
Also,
Is that just the passive?
as long as I'm conscious, I have this.
Remy's
But you
always
need to be within
conscious.
10 feet of her.
But you
Yeah.
you do need to be within 10 feet, which is like not super far. I also get
Use that
finally
your Keothi though.
I can
And you
prepare,
also benefit from it, eh? I don't know if you know
Yeah.
that.
I do benefit as well. So I get +1 to all my saving throws. Woohoo.
Hell yeah.
I also can learn finally prepare an extra spell. So like I can take. There's all kind of stuff I could do. Aid, locate I can locate objects. Lesser restoration is a good one. Zone of truth. So like, nope. Can we zone of truth the corpse that we're gonna?
Ooh.
I would say no, given it's
Question?
not a creature.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
But I
Zone of Truth, Frank.
mean-
Play Frank.
Oh, wizard gets something at level 6.
I do?
You're a transmutation wizard, was it?
I am a transmutation savant, yeah, even though I barely use transmutation.
You get the transmuter stone at this level. You can spend 8 hours creating a transmuter stone that stores transmutation magic. You can benefit from the stone yourself or give it to another creature. A creature gains the benefit of your choice as long as the stone is in the creature's possession. When you create the stone, you choose the benefit from the following 4 options. Dark vision up to 60 feet, an increase to speed of 10 feet, proficiency in constitution saving throws, or resistance to acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage, your choice when you choose the benefit.
I could finally get dark vision?
Yep.
Let's go!
You realize you could just get that as a spell too, right?
Yeah, but then I don't need to waste a spell on it. Listen, I only get...
Additionally, each time you cast a transmutation spell of first level or higher, you can change the effect of your stone if the stone is on your person.
Oh, wow. I need to have a look and see... I don't know what kind of fucking...
What transmutation spells you have.
Yeah. How do I actually tell that? I don't think it really says in the drop-down of them.
cool.
Oh, wait, no, it does. I'm lying.
We can locate objects. That is super cool and super useful for the shit that we do.
I have catapult.
We will now be able to locate every phone within 1,000 feet of me.
Every phone, imagine. I can tell you. I think Featherfall is a. Yeah, Featherfall's transmutation.
Yeah. Charm
Expeditious
person.
Retreat.
Oh no, it's not. That's enchantment. I just had a look at those ones. I'm looking at the level 3 and 2 now. I don't have any level 3. And Larger Medusa's transmutation though, which is good.
I think Dragon's Breath is too, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hop out, let you guys finish doing that.
No problem.
I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
I will end the recording as well. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
We're rich.